Namaskar and a very pleasant good afternoon to all of you. We extend a very hearty welcome to each one of you for joining us today at the DELNET, DrillBit and Balani Infotech Private Limited's program. Distinguished speaker of today's afternoon, Dr. P.S. Athalji, the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Srinivas University, Mangalore, and the Honorable Chief Guest of today's program, Mr. Kailash Balaniji, Managing Director, Balani Infotech Private Limited, Mr. Jaina Balavari, CEO, DrillBit Softech India Private Limited, Dr. Suresh Jange, the University Librarian and NAC Coordinator, Gulbarga University, Karnataka, Mr. P.K. Upadhyay, Senior Technical Director and Scientist F, Library and Information Services from National Informatics Center in New Delhi, the esteemed library and information science professionals who have joined us from various parts of the country and also from outside India, officials from various institutions, including the Dean Academics, the HODs, the faculty members, researchers and scholars, the officials from DrillBit, Balani Infotech and DELNET, the research scholars, the students, ladies and gentlemen. I, Sangeeta Kaul, Director DELNET, on behalf of DELNET and DrillBit, as well as Balani Infotech Private Limited, extends a very warm, hearty welcome to each one of you for joining us today at the DELNET online program for launching the DrillBit plagiarism detection software for academic integrity, which is being launched as in DELNET and Balani Infotech Private Limited's initiative. We are indeed much honored with the presence of each one of you for joining us today at the program. I would like to mention that DELNET, with its vast network of around 7,600 institutions across India and also outside India, is dedicated towards empowering libraries and inspiring library and information science professionals and its users for past nearly 30 years. It is our continuous endeavor to ensure that we are able to work towards the goal and missions of the institutions and to contribute significantly. As keeping in view in this direction, DELNET, in collaboration with Balani Infotech, is now very proud to launch the DrillBit software, which is being designed by DrillBit, and we are all being here today in its launch function. It's a profound privilege for us to have with us Dr. P.S. Athalji, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Srinivas University. On behalf of the organizers and also on behalf of each one of us, we extend a very hearty welcome to you, sir, and thank you so very much for acceding to our request and being there with us. It's a proud privilege and an honor for us. We are indeed much blessed with your very gracious presence with us this afternoon. We would like to start the program, and I would like to request Mr. Kailash Balaniji, the Managing Director, Balani Infotech Private Limited, BIPL, and more so, Mr. Kailash Balaniji is being known. He has made a significant contributions of more than 4 decades in the fields of publishing, and he's a man, who is being well known across in the academic and also in the publishing arena. I have a pleasure in requesting Mr. Balani to kindly deliver the introductory address. May I request you, Balani sir, to kindly deliver the introductory address. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sangeeta Kaul. Very honored to be part of this event, and would like to also thank DELNET for organizing such a wonderful webinar for the benefit of various research and students across the country and even overseas. So I'd like to thank you, Dr. P.S. Athal, and Dr. Suresh Jange, Dr. P.K. Upadhyay, Dr. We have with us Jaina Belagavi, who's the young CEO of DrillBit and very innovative, who has created this product, DrillBit. So we are very honored, to have you all with us today. And I would like to take this opportunity to, of course, you mentioned about me, but I think as a Balani Infotech, we've been front runners in providing one of the best products which are used in the various universities and colleges. We came up with remote access, which was used during pandemic, but even otherwise have been in the use for many years. We have Trinka, which is again a grammar check software, and now we have DrillBit, which is made in or make in India product and very affordable and a very quality product. So very excited to be part of this journey which we have launched, which we are launching today. With the help of DELNET, which has been a front runner again to promote such a good product to their member institutions. DrillBit, again, as I said, that is a very young startup company, and within 2-3 years they have developed such a wonderful product which is very affordable and has a quality. We have even today more than 300-400 users, universities, medical schools, some of the engineering colleges, and we have seen and compared that the results are excellent. So we are very proud to be associated with DrillBit, and our aim is to reach out to as many users as possible so that more users use such products and they are able to check what they are writing, so that more articles are published from India, or rather quality articles are published from India. Now, plagiarism as a subject is very old. There were no means of checking plagiarism because there were no such tools, and it was rampant. But now I think with the availability of internet, it has become very easy to plagiarize, but also very easy to detect plagiarism. So I think these tools are very important, and they play a very important role in checking. And idea of the DrillBit, software is not to catch a thief. The idea is to improve the writing skills. Now that is the aim of this product. So every time you submit an article through DrillBit, you get, you're asked to make corrections, you improve your writing skills, and then you submit your article as your own rather than as a copied article. So I think that is the aim. Even today, I think as parents, we do the homework of our children. When the children are given assignments, we do it. We make the charts and we make the essays for them, and then children pass off such assignments to their teachers as their own. So I think we need to kind of educate youngsters also to refrain. So parents are responsible for this, and I think we parents have to learn also to refrain from doing such thing and encourage youngsters, rather than help them to really finish their assignments instead of just creating an assignment and giving to them. And of late, because of these tools are available, there have been many cases where plagiarism has been caught, and there have been very famous cases in India also. So I think by using such tools, we need to safeguard ourselves, so that whatever we are writing, whatever we are publishing remains our own, and then there is nobody to kind of put a finger on it that it is copied. And many people or many researchers have lost their articles. Their articles have been withdrawn from various journals, and that brings in a lot of shame to them, to their family, and to their institution. So I think we need to avoid all that, and for that, we need to really use such tools so that we are able to check what is going on in this field and how we can make use of such products. So with this, we have experts today who would talk about plagiarism, and we have Jayana Belawadi, who is the CEO of DrillBit, who has created this product, and how useful that product is, how this product can be used. And I think I look forward to hearing, to all the panelists today, so that we also learn and improve, because no product is really complete. Every time there is, there's a need to improve a product to make it really qualitative. So we'll be very happy to, hear from our experts who've been using DrillBit, so that we improve on this product, so that everybody benefits from it, this, collaboration. So with this, I would hand over mic to Dr. Sangeeta Kaul for further deliberations. Thank you very much. I would like to thank all the participants who have really registered today in large numbers. So all my friends, colleagues from DELNET and Balani Infotech, all my librarian friends who have joined, even academician friends who have joined today for this webinar. So thank you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Balani. I take now immense pleasure in once again welcoming our honorable chief guest of today's program, Dr. P.S. Ethelji, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Srinivas University and Mangalore. I have an immense pleasure in introducing Dr. Ethel, who is a renowned academician and an administrator with an outstanding contributions of more than 27 years in the field of teaching and research and more than 15 years experience in administration. I'm very much honored and pleased to inform you all that Dr. P.S. Ethelji has got the first rank among top 12,000 business management authors worldwide in Elsevier's SSRN research network consecutively for the second year, and for which the entire LSA fraternity would like to congratulate you, sir. I would like to mention that Dr. Ethel has published 101 papers in scholarly referee journals, and he has the credit of taking Srinivas Institute of Management Studies, Mangalore, India, to the 4th rank among the top 1,000 business schools in Global Business School ranking announced by Elsevier SSRN Research Network USA. He has, to his credit, more than 4 master's degrees in physics with electronics, computer science, information technology, and e-business. And it is very hard to find a true academician with such an great contributions that he has been making. He worked as a postdoctoral research fellow at the Lasers and Quantum Optics Division at Physical Research Laboratory, Ahmedabad for 2 years, and has also been selected for the prestigious Overseas Fellowship of Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Better opportunity for young scientists in chosen area of science and technology. He also did his postdoctoral research at the Center for Research and Education in Optics and Lasers at University of Central Florida, Orlando in USA. Dr. Ethel has also been a visiting associateship at Physical Research Laboratory and visiting professorship of Grimsby Institute of Further and Higher Studies at Grimsby in UK. He has, to his credit, more than 235 research papers being published in refereed international journals in the area of nonlinear optics, photonics, nanotechnology, and business management, and many more. And he has also published more than 36 books and edited titles. He has published more than 130 research papers in national and international conferences and seminars, and he's also presently guiding research scholars for their MPhil and PhD degrees in electronics, information technology, and business management. Dr. Ethel has been involved in the institution building activities since past 13 years, and presently there are 18 institutions imparting quality education under Srinivas Group of institutions that he is spearheading their activities. Dr. Ethel is a member of the World Productivity Council of UK, member of Strategic Management Forum India, and a member of Photonics Society of India, CUSAT Cochin, senior member of IERDC Singapore, and he has, to his credit, many more recognitions. I'm also much pleased to inform you that Dr. P.S. Ethel has innovated many innovations and best practices in higher education in higher education institution as a principal of SIMS. Based on his efforts, SIMS is presently top-ranked institution in research publications, student services, international exposure to students, and imparting additional skills. Dr. Ethel has a passion in writing science fiction and technology prediction-based articles for enhancing human beings' hope in life. He has also developed a draft syllabus for BTech program in nanotechnology, and he's also presently working on a challenging research project on connecting science and philosophy. He has so many of the very, very rare distinctions, which hardly very few are have been able to attain and reach to that level in their professional careers. It's a proud privilege and honor, sir, for us to have you with us today. Once again, we would like to wholeheartedly thank you for gracing the occasion today, for taking out time in spite of a very, very hectic work schedules, that we can able to get a glimpse of that from the outstanding contributions that we have been making. It's a proud privilege to request you, sir, to kindly deliver the inaugural address and also to announce the launch of the special initiative between DELNET and Balani Infotech Private Limited, the launch of the DrillBit anti-plagiarism detection. It's over to you, sir.
Thank you. I'm sure that I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, greetings from Srinivas University, Mangalore, Karnataka State. I'm representing Srinivas University as Vice Chancellor, and I am a customer of DrillBit software. As an organizational user as well as individual user since 5 years, and we are also the member of DELNET, a library network provided by InflibNet of UGC. I'm very happy to hear that DELNET and DrillBit through Balani Infotech software are collaborating to offer a very good software useful for detecting the plagiarism in academic articles. At the outset, I would like to thank the organizers, Dr. Sangeeta Kaur, for introducing me, and Mr. Kailash Balani, the Managing Director of Balani Infotech Private Limited, as well as Mr. Jayanna, representing DrillBit plagiarism checking software. And we also have Dr. Suresh Jangi, a librarian and a researcher with us. At the outset, I would like to thank all of you to providing an opportunity to speak a few words from customers' point of view who have used DrillBit software to check the plagiarism content in academic as well as research publications. Coming to the research, I have 15 minutes time, so I have to speak a little bit about research and importance of plagiarism checking in research. You all know that in higher education, as per National Education Policy 2020, research is an integral part at UG level, at the postgraduate level, and even research level. So this research is defined in two ways. One is research is nothing but creating new knowledge. Second one is research is also interpreting existing information in new way. So for both cases, whether you create new knowledge or you interpret existing knowledge in new way, we need researchers. And this research is divided into, according to me, three broad classes as per one school of thought. That is experimental research, where sample or device-based primary data is generated. Second one is empirical research, where we develop some conceptual model, and by collecting the primary data, we prove the model through hypothesis, called empirical research. Then explorative research, where we develop some concepts theoretically and analyze these concepts using secondary data or information collected from various sources. We can use two types of methodology. One is qualitative methodology and second one is quantitative methodology. I will not go deep into it, but whenever you do research and create new knowledge or new interpretation, you have to publish that research result to the interested people in the society. So usually these scholarly publications have different format called scholarly format, and they should have novelty and originality. Along with that, they should have clarity, and they should contain many references based on cited or used available resources, so that research publication is a systematic presentation of new knowledge or new interpretation of existing knowledge. Now we see the values and integrity in research from each and every researcher. So in order to maintain research ethics, research rigor, research relevance, and transparency, researchers should use a systematic way of presenting their research output. Along with systematic way. They should also maintain respect for them. They should write the information as new knowledge, impartiality, with the impartial way, and independently with the accountability. So research will comply with both the spirit and the letter of relevant rules and procedures such as regulations governing professional standards, etc. Coming to the publication, there are many journals used for publishing research results. There are many conference proceedings are also used to publish the research results for entire world. So publication is mainly focused on publish your results to the entire world, so that anybody who are interested in that area should get that research information without any constraint. Without any constraint. We can just point out a new happening about research publication in 21st century, the year 2012. There was a declaration called DORA Declaration. DORA Declaration, D-O-R-A, DORA Declaration, which has been happened in San Francisco on research assessment. So declaration is on research assessment. So we have to assess a research output not based on the journal impact factor, or not based on the journal which is used to publish that result. The research result should have quality and it should have an impact for further research, so that research project should be evaluated based on the outcome of the research instead of in which journal it has been published, what is the journal impact factor of that journal, etc. So the journal impact factor, as calculated by various agencies, originally created as a tool to help librarians to identify journals to purchase, not as a measure of the scientific quality of research in an article. With this background, we have developed an ideal publication model where this plagiarism is also a important part. So what is this ideal publication model suitable in the 21st century, based on developed information, communication and computation technology? So this ideal publication model has 11 criteria. First one is it should be searchable through a open access searching engine like Google Scholar throughout the world. So the research publication should be searchable and available to every interested people based on the keyword or the title of that research or the person who has published that article. Then it should have a cross-reference devoid for fetching the citations received by that article. Then copyright should be with the authors, not to be transferred to the publishers. Then it should have a structured abstract for checking the novelty easily. Then a structured reference format like in MLA or APA or Chicago format or Harvard format or Vancouver format is essential. No article processing charges should be imposed on authors. Then not more than 30 to 40 days for reviewing for the publication. Open access publication with ISSN number. Then the plagiarism content should be less than 10% in order to ensure good quality paper, as well as it should have a high quality grammar. Then proof of indexing in a third party, so that in case if the journal closes in future days, the article should be available for the interested people by searching using keywords in any other in these indexing agencies. then the paper publication certificate and copyright should be available to the authors. So this is the ideal publication model, where one of the important ingredient is plagiarism content. So plagiarism should be zero ideally. So what is this plagiarism? So copying from any copyrighted source is considered as plagiarism. And if the article contains a sentence with more than 10 words copied from somewhere else, then it has to be cited. So this is the rule of scholarly publication. So if you copy 10 or more words from any copyrighted article in your article, then it should be cited in your article. And if the number of words in a sentence is more than 30, then you have to consider that within the inverted comma in the form of a quotation, and you have to cite it again. So what are the consequences of plagiarism? Mr. Kailash Balani already explained the curse of plagiarism in Indian or in the entire world research publications, especially in higher education level. So this there are various consequences of plagiarism in higher education as well as research sector. First one is it destroys student or teacher's reputation. It destroys professional reputation. It destroys academic reputation of an organization. Then there may be legal repercussions, then monetary repercussions like penalties, etc. So the act of plagiarism is considered as an unethical conduct of a person. The breach of the right under the act is civil wrongs, and criminal charges can be also filed against the offender. So in India, UGC brought out certain rules on plagiarism in 2014, the latest one, which gives you to use up to, if the plagiarism content in a research or academic article is within 10%, then that article should be redrawn and it has to be improved, and the plagiarism content have to be removed, and then it has to be published. So up to 10% plagiarism, articles should be improved to reduce the plagiarism. On the other hand, if the plagiarism content is more than 10% in an article or in a project report or in a thesis, then that article or the project report or the thesis has to be withdrawn, then it has to be improved. So there are certain punishments are also mentioned, which I will discuss a little later. So we should always worry about the plagiarism content in our articles. Sometimes the best way of minimizing the plagiarism or reducing the plagiarism is writing in our own way without referring other articles. But we need to refer other articles in order to know the current status of research, in order to analyze our results by comparing with other results, so that whenever we have to use other results while writing or while publishing our paper, we have to cite it properly. But technology is now supporting us to reduce the plagiarism to zero level. So this technology is through plagiarism checking softwares. So there are three types of plagiarisms are identified. One is copying text from another author without appropriate permission or attribution and acknowledgement. The second one is copying someone's else research ideas. The third one is redoing other people's research and representing it as one's own without referring to the original work. So all these types of plagiarism should be avoided. So how to avoid this plagiarism? The best way is detecting the plagiarism in your article. Even if you don't copy information from other sources, sometimes some general information may come as or appear as plagiarism in your article. So you should how to contribute, how to identify the plagiarism using plagiarism detecting softwares. So our DrillBit is one of the softwares used for detecting the plagiarism. A new DrillBit is a new powerful tool to detect plagiarism, which is or the similarity based on identifying consequent similar words. Consequent similar words, maybe 3 or 5 or 7 or 10, depending upon the software or the features we obtain. So in a sentence of a paragraph, so we should see whether 3 words are matching with or similar with other already published paper, or 5 words are similar, or 7 words are similar, or 10 words are similar. So now this DrillBit is a Indian plagiarism detection software developed by our young engineers team headed by Dr. Jayanna and others, and they have developed such a good, effective software which is able to identify and even compete with the global accepted plagiarism checking softwares. Like there are many globally accepted softwares which are also used for plagiarism checking, like Turnitin, Urkun, Authenticate, etc. But DrillBit is a Indian software having equal quality in terms of ability of detecting the plagiarism, and you can integrate grammar checking also along with the plagiarism checking using DrillBit. As a customer, as an organizational customer, I used DrillBit during last 5 years, and we have also compared the results of DrillBit along with the results of Turnitin. We are using both softwares to avoid any kind of compromise with the quality of published research papers. Srinivas University is the customer of DrillBit since 5 years. After that, because of 2 reasons. One is we have to support Indian products. This is the first, and we should support Indian researchers. Then the cost is also, see, whatever the money we are spending is the money earned by common man. So we should not pay for international softwares which will affect Indian annual payment to the external words. So in order to decrease the country's foreign investment or foreign expenditure, we should contribute in such a way that we should prefer Indian products which have quality. So DrillBit, being an Indian plagiarism checking software, is not compromising with the quality, but it is cost-wise affordable, and they have various features to support different types of customers, like individual students and the researchers can also get this service individually as well as from as a organization. The organization can also subscribe and use this plagiarism checking service. And this DrillBit has 3 features actually. First one is it will support to check small articles. It will also support to check the project reports, and it will also support to check big PhD thesis, and it will provide an opportunity to create a certificate, systematic certificate, so that the DrillBit based certificates are included in the PhD thesis. And as per the guidelines of UGC, every thesis should have a plagiarism report certificate. And our university is using, even though we are using both Indian software, that is DrillBit, as well as the global plagiarism checking software, that is Turnitin, we create certificate using DrillBit because it is more user friendly, and include in our PhD thesis while submitting for evaluation. So we would like to thank the inventor as well as the service provider of DrillBit software, which is an effective plagiarism checking as well as grammar checking software, and it has a lot of friendly features which would be explained by Mr. Jayanna in his speech after this, in his speech. So we are satisfied customers since 5 years, both for plagiarism and using the grammar checking options, and used for checking academic integrity of research publications of Srinivas publication journals, Srinivas University thesis, and PG UG dissertations. Finally, the other features of DrillBit software include paper exclusion criterion. So if I publish some papers related to my thesis, I can exclude it when I try to determine the plagiarism content in my thesis. So this exclusion of published papers of the author is possible when his thesis is checked for plagiarism. Then report generation, as I said, you can create the systematic report so that it can be used for supporting the plagiarism content authentically in the paper, journal papers, conference papers, or project reports, as well as PhD thesis. So they are also providing 7 days free trial facility where you can check the usefulness of this software for individual application as well as organizational application. I heard that this DrillBit software, plagiarism checking software, is now accepted and suggested by DELNET, which is a consortium library network of InflipNet, which is a branch of UGC, so that all Indian organizations, about 1024 universities and about 40,000 other higher education organizations are going to use DrillBit in future days, and they will enjoy the service provided by, effective service provided by DrillBit in future days. So integration of grammar checking is an additional facility of DrillBit. Now coming to UGC's regulation of zero tolerance policy about plagiarism, they have identified 3 levels. First level is level 1, similarities above 10 to 40%. If an article contains similarity in between 10% to 40% based on plagiarism checking using any plagiarism checking software, including DrillBit, such articles are asked to withdraw from the publication and shall not be allowed to publish any work for a minimum period of 1 year by such authors. Then second, level 2 plagiarism, where the similarities are above 40 to 60%. So in such cases, the organization should be asked to withdraw manuscript submitted for publication and shall not be allowed to publish any work for minimum period of 2 years, and shall be denied a right to 1 annual increment in case of academicians. They also shall not be allowed to be supervisor to any undergraduation, post-graduation, as well as master's degree or PhD students or scholars for a period of 2 years. Similarly, if the similarity is above 60% identified by the plagiarism detecting softwares like DrillBit, then such article should be withdrawn immediately, and such authors should not be allowed to publish any work for minimum period of 3 years. So you can find the only 1 minute. You can find the intensity of the punishment for plagiarism in academics. So integrity in academic publication is very important, and plagiarism detectors will help the researchers and academicians to check the plagiarism, to see that they are within level 1 or less than their plagiarism content is less than 10%. So with this, I would like to thank the organizer for giving an opportunity to me to share my experience, my university experience. Before our university started in the year 2017, before that we were a affiliated college, and at that time also we were using plagiarism checking softwares provided by. So I would like to thank the organizer for providing an opportunity. As a customer, we are satisfied customer. I suggest all the organizations throughout the world to use DrillBit software to maintain integrity in academic publication. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much for sharing your words of wisdom. It has truly been a very highly scintillating, highly enriching, thought-provoking, and insightful inaugural address by you. We remain much grateful to you, sir, for being there with us this afternoon and in gracing this occasion as a special guest. And you have
finally, I would like to launch DrillBit plagiarism detection software for academic integrity on this auspicious day. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much. Indeed, we are much honored, and it has really been a profound privilege for us to have you with us, and also for formally launching this initiative of DELNET and Balani Infotech, the DrillBit software. Sir, on behalf of DELNET, I would just like to, mention that DELNET, with this network of in India, we have two large networks running in InfluNet and DELNET. InfluNet more closely working for the universities and also for the colleges, and under DELNET we have around 7,600 institutions across all domains that we are doing it. So it's a proud privilege, and we do hope Mr. Jaina would also soon be striking some kind of a negotiation with InfluNet in addition to DELNET, and your product would also be there, be there with them. So sir, on behalf of the organizers, including DELNET Developing Library Network, Balani Infotech, and undoubtedly from DrillBit. So we would like to present a small memento. We are fully being aware that because of paucity of time, you may not be able to be, though we really wish and desire that you should be able to have some time more for us. And we really look forward to inviting you for an exclusive talk on plagiarism and academic integrity, because as you have deliberated, so wonderfully, and you're one who has really have every side, you have seen it so closely. So we would humbly be requesting you, sir, to accept this small memento. We really look forward to a time wherein we can come down to Mangalore, a beautiful city, we have been to, earlier, but more specifically to Srinivas University, and to do some program collaboratively, all three of the organizations coming together with Srinivas University. But till then happens, sir, on a virtual platform, we are going to send it across to you. We request you, and this is with great sense of, admiration and sir, gratitude to you in being there, sparing time and being there with us. So we request you, sir, to accept this as a small token of a very warm gratitude to you for being there and taking out time for us, sir.
Accepted.
Really,
Thank you.
really
In fact, Mr. Jayanna is doing a PhD in this software development under Srinivas University. This is another happy I would like to share with you.
Research work, do you want that it will be done through DrillBit, the checking of the research work, or would you like to, go for, some other software? Your takes are on this. You would like to, get his research work done through, checking done through DrillBit or through some of the other software? What is your say, sir, on this?
No. This question is to me, isn't it? Yes. Okay. See, as I told you, we are using DrillBit for checking and generating the what it is called the report of plagiarism. But at the same time, initially we were using the globally accepted software to compare the result. And based on our experience during last 5 years, we could able to get a similar result, both high software and Indian software. So I always, on my experience, I am telling you that I suggest this our own software, which is equally good or better than that at a very low cost. So we
were wanting to hear, sir, this. We were wanting to hear this. So thank you.
For checking their plagiarism.
Yeah. Great, yes. Sir. Great. Yeah. And Make in India, so that's what, like, we all would definitely would like to, contribute to the best of our, capacities to promote the Make in India. And, it will become, a global product soon. And so, sir, thank you so very much once again. We are indeed much grateful to you, sir, for your very, very gracious presence with us this afternoon. We convey our very, much thanks to you, sir, for being there. Thank you very much. Thank you indeed. It has been a great honor and pleasure to hear Dr. Ethel holding such a great expertise on the subject and also heading such a prestigious university. Has been a profound privilege for us to have the presence of Dr. Ethel with us, and also to formally launch it through him. We've not have been wished for anything much more than this. So it has truly, truly been a great blessing to have his gracious presence. Now we would like to introduce you to two of our expert library and information science experts who are there today this afternoon and who are going to share their own experience of using DrillBit. I have immense pleasure, firstly, in welcoming Dr. Suresh Jange. It's indeed a profound privilege to get connected with Dr. Suresh Jange fairly after a period of 7 years. It has brought back the wonderful memories of DELNET holding our conference at Gulbarga University. And in this online platform in the current times, indeed a wonderful pleasure, Dr. Suresh Jange, to welcome you on behalf of DELNET, Balani Infotech, and DrillBit. And thank you so very much for acceding to our request to speak at this occasion. I have a very special privilege in introducing you all Dr. Suresh Jange. He's a well-known name in the field of library and information science who has immensely been contributing. It's nearly 3 decades now that he has been contributing to the library and information area. He is a university librarian and NAC coordinator working in the Virtual Learning Resource Center and Digital Library at Gulbarga University in Karnataka. Prior to joining at Gulbarga University, Dr. Suresh Jange served earlier at ETDC, Department of Electronics at Hyderabad, and also at Tata Institute of Social Science in Mumbai. He's a coordinator for Implement Center for Shod Sindhu, Shod Ganga, and IntCat projects, and Question Point, Ask Librarian Service from OCLC USA. Plagiarism checking, Digital Library of India, NAC, and NIRF coordinator of the university in the capacity of being also the coordinator, NAC coordinator for the university. I have pleasure in informing you that Dr. Suresh Jange has completed major research projects funded by UGC on the development of e-content on traditional knowledge and folk wisdom of Hyderabad, Karnataka region, coordinator for Digital Knowledge Project, Gram Panchayat Libraries in Hyderabad, Karnataka region, and also completed project on Open Air Green Library and RFID technology and IT infrastructure development for smart access and online learning supported by Ministry of Human Resource, Skill Development and Organic Agriculture, Government of Karnataka. He has been publishing papers, conferences across India and also in the countries including at Singapore, Sweden, and USA. I'm very happy to inform you all that Dr. Suresh Jange received 2 prestigious international fellowships, including IFLA ALP Fellowship in 2007 to represent India, and visited Victoria University in Wellington in New Zealand and Australia, and also the Commonwealth Professional Fellowship for 2013, working at the University of East London. He has, to his credit, more than 120 research papers published in various Indian and foreign journals and first volume and conferences, and also has published 5 books and 5 edited books, including he's currently guiding more than 12 scholars who have received, under his guidance, more than 12 scholars have already received PhD and 18 MPhils. You would be very much pleased and honored to know that Dr. Suresh Ange is a Vice President of Indian Library Association for the term 2022-2025, and also a President of Karnataka University Librarians Association and President of Hyderabad Karnataka Librarians Association, and Government of Karnataka nominated him as a member of state-level book selection committee. In recognition of his contributions in the field of library and information sciences, Dr. Suresh Ange received Best Librarian Award from the Government of Karnataka and also awarded ILA Gidwani Government of Karnataka, ILA Gidwani Deshpande Best Academic Librarian Award in 2017. We congratulate you for these enormous accomplishments that you have to your credit, and it's a profound privilege for us now to request you, Dr. Suresh, to kindly apprise you about your user experience of using DrillBit. May I have a pleasure of requesting you, Dr. Suresh, to kindly address each one of us. It's over to you.
Yeah, very, very good afternoon to all of you. At the outset, let me congratulate DELNET and Balani Infotech for launching the new improved DrillBit anti-plagiarism software. With due respect and remembrance to a great stalwart of LIS profession, late Professor H.K. Kaul Saab. Sorry, because I have not been associated with Sirji. Dr. Sangeeta Kaul, the director of DELNET, Sri Kailash Balani ji, the managing director of Balani Infotech, Honorable Vice Chancellor from Srinivas University, my good friend Mr. Jayana, the CEO of DrillBit, esteemed teaching faculty, academicians, librarians, and my dear friends. It is always my proud privilege to be a part of any DELNET program or a Balani Infotech program, as I have been associated with their information products and services since a very long period in our endeavor to provide better services to our user community in the academic and research environment. Gulbarga University is probably the first state university in Karnataka which has been using the DrillBit anti-plagiarism software. I think if I'm right, Mr. Jayana. Okay, and see, we are not only using this product for our Gulbarga University, at the same time we have been trying our co-universities, especially in Karnataka too, Karnataka universities, to make use of this software as one of the best option, especially for detecting and checking this plagiarism in the maybe a thesis or a research article. The reason is, so this DrillBit plagiarism software is it has been embedded with a lot of features, especially maybe the user friendliness or customization or integration with the language portal. So everything is excellent. That's the reason as to why we support this DrillBit plagiarism software. And when probably the 4 to 5 years back, when Jayana visited to Gulbarga University, he came with an idea, sir, why can't you take a DrillBit? It's a new Indian product. I only asked that, see, already we have our original, earlier it was a Orkun, now our original software, which is a free. We know the strength and weaknesses. So if at all I have to convince our management to go for a DrillBit, what is something unique that makes me to convince our management? I asked him, so though it is a basically an Indian project, whether it supports for any regional language testing. He said, no, sir, we are developing the models so that this software will also test regional languages. Then I said, you write a proposal saying that it is the inbuilt, this DrillBit software, in addition to testing of English language material, it also makes a provision for Kannada or any other regional languages of India, though they were developing at that stage. So based on that, we had a click to subscribe to DrillBit anti-plagiarism software, and we not only the librarians or from our university are happy with that, but also our users. That plays a very significant role for the continuity of usage of this software. And as I have been involved in the association part, I always look for promoting the DrillBit software, not because of its only a cost factor, but at the same time, this software is having almost all the features that the internationally acclaimed anti-plagiarism software has. So that is the beauty of it. And we have also made a sort of a comparison of testing any thesis with a DrillBit plagiarism software and Urkund, that is our original, and also international acclaimed software like Turnitin. Then we hardly see in much of the variation in the international acclaimed software, and we are very, very happy with this software. That's why we are trying to ensure that this software is optimally utilized by our librarians in Karnataka and also elsewhere. And so why we normally support this software is because we, the librarians, have the passion of identifying, and we have a very good network. We are not only connecting the minds of the people, but also हम librarians लोग हैं, दिल से दिल मिलते हैं, उसके लिए तो ये सॉफ्टवेयर थोड़ा बढ़ना चाहिए, वो हम ख्वाहिश रखना चाहते हैं. That is the reason, normally we try to promote this software and make optimum use of it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat. Okay, so Atmanirbhar Bharat, it has been the slogan of our country to become a self-reliant India. For that, we believe that the software of Indian origin should be promoted and utilized. And this software, especially, it is nothing short of any international acclaimed software that I can give as a guarantee by my experience for the last 25 years of my experience. And this software has a very, very user-friendly approach. You see, whenever we just admin, as an admin, I log in as a credentials for my students, for scholars, for the faculty. We provide them the username and password. They also feel very much user-friendliness of operating. And as a librarian, we also look for lot of customization of the software. See, even for defining the similarity index, the options and utility are very, very simple. We can create and define our own level of percentage of similarity index in this DrillBit software. And more importantly, it facilitates for multilingual facility in this software, which the international software does not have it. And that is the advantage for all of us to promote our Indian originated software. And whenever we test any thesis in a DrillBit and also the other software, the level of percentage of variation will not be much. That is our experience. That is the reason as to why we still adhere to include and promote and use this DrillBit software. And today I'm very, very happy that just last week only I came to know that this DrillBit software has been integrated with the other options like Moodle, Google Classroom, Quick Learn. So this I was not aware. Probably we will have one more demo in our Gulbarga University to show the strength of the DrillBit, not only just as an anti-plagiarism software or supporting the language credentials, but today the Moodle or a Google Classroom or a Quick Learn, these are all the very important things, especially under COVID. Maybe in the future, we do not know what is going to happen in the days to come, maybe COVID or post-COVID. So under such circumstances, the best part that DrillBit has done is integration, especially for a Moodle and Google Classroom, is excellent. And we try our level best to ensure that this software is continued in the days to come in almost all the universities. And more importantly, whenever we check for any use for any software, the satisfaction level of faculty and research scholars is very important. And our scholars and faculty members they are satisfied totally with the DrillBit software. And the last but not the least is support. See, the support, whenever we have an issue, so somebody should be there to immediately act. And I tell you, especially Mr. Jayanna or Mr. Raghavendra, whenever I have any issue of any login credentials, immediately, even that may be like late night, maybe 10 o'clock night, so immediately they will respond it. So I have, in fact, I have given the contact number of Mr. Jayanna to all my faculty, so that whenever, if I am not available, they should directly contact to Mr. Jayanna and ensure that they are happy. See, that's how it's not procuring and implementing any software in the library. But at the same time, whenever we have any problem or any issue, that should be resolved. So the support and service of a DrillBit is fantastic. And now I'm sure that once the Balan Infotech and DELNET, the Madam, all are there, it will still further improve. And cost factor, definitely, sir, we are under a state university setup. Cost is always matter. We have a limitation. We will spend 5 lakh, but we have a limitation. And since it's the Indian origin, the cost is less. So definitely this software is going to be a rule not only in the entire academic world. And now the DELNET is there. I also try, of course, it's not an implement umbrella. I also recommend that this DrillBit should also become a part of InfluMnet. And I congratulate the dynamic madam, Sangeeta Kaul, having initiated to integrate DrillBit software. So also Balani Saab. To conclude, you see today librarians' visibility is being questioned. हमको नहीं मालूम कि हम टीचर है क्या नॉन टीचर है. जब हम रिसर्च गाइड बनना चाहते हैं तो बोलते हैं तुम नॉन टीचिंग है. ओके, यूजीसी पे स्केल देते हो, पीएचडी पूछते हो, नेट चेयरअप चाहिए, सब कुछ चाहिए, मगर हमारा क्या है, ना ही कुत्ता, ना घर का, ना घाट का, वो पोजीशन में हम लाइब्रेरियंस है. So my dear librarians and all the academicians, today we have to play a very important role in the research support services. So plagiarism is one of the options to play important role in supporting the research. Then only our sustenance, then only our visibility will come. Otherwise, simply claiming that I am a librarian, university librarian, NAC coordinator, UGC pay scale, nahi chalega. We have to play a very, very significant role in supporting the research community in the colleges or a university. Then only our role will become and sustain in the world of a very competitive world. Okay, librarians का दम बहुत है, मगर prove करना पड़ेगा. So that is there. To conclude, one quote I wanted to conclude with saying that for all librarians and my dear friends, काम करो ऐसा कि पहचान बन जाए, हर कदम ऐसो चलो कि निशाना बन जाए. ये जिंदगी तो हर कोई जी लेगा यार, जिंदगी जियो इस तरफ कि मिसाल बन जाए. That is the funda of librarian, and I'm very proud that I am a librarian. Thank you very much, madam and sir, and all of you for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this great event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Suresh. What truly inspiring, highly charged. You have charged up the entire environment here. Who says that in the virtual environment you can't feel that? We are able to feel the intensity of your thoughts, of your selfless deeds that you are doing. Person like us, we have closely seen you working, and we salute your spirits. We salute the work that you are doing it, and so specifically and in such a wonderful narration you have very pinpointedly the underline Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliance. Let's bring that. Let's bring it also. Let the libraries also contribute to it, helping our institutions, to undertake that thing, and we should be the agent of that change, what we really desire to see around. So thank you very much, for and also highlighting some of the very unique features, which has also very kindly being highlighted also by our honorable guest today, Dr. Ethel. But yes, some of the unique features, including this multilingual aspect, which in a country like India remains, no one in the world, no software of the world can meet. They cannot even judge, that what is exactly this multilingual country really wants it. It's only through the efforts of we congratulate the young entrepreneur, Mr. Jaina and his entire team, who has really, because we do encounter those issues which are being there, when we talk about how to bring in this multilingual aspect, also in checking the plagiarism, ensuring our academic integrity, and they have so wonderfully done. LMS integration, which again is a very, very rare feature. We don't come across that feature, which is being there. And most importantly, as you have, Dr. Suresh has rightly pointed it out, also the affordability, to access. It's also one of the UN's goal of sustainable SDG goal, affordable access. So, you are giving them and Make in India product and Atmanirbhar, which is really going to make us all Atmanirbhar. And yes, at a very affordable cost, which every institution, every user are in a position to do that. So thank you so very much for bringing everything, collating everything so well. And we remain much grateful to you for, and also special thanks to ensure that all of us are all set to embrace DrillBit and to bring in that change. What are researchers and scholarly community doing? And you have also very aptly pointed it out that we, the library and information science professionals, have to be the enhancers in this entire research activity which is being undertaken. We know the importance of the rankings, whether we talk about NIRF ranking, we talk about the world rankings, and the librarians, the library and information science professionals have to significantly contribute. And we should be the ones who becomes the test beds in the libraries. We should become, the agents to bring in those newer technologies, newer tools, and let our faculty, let our researchers and scholars be the beneficiaries, and let the institutions, attain that glory, what they are really, wanting to achieve. So thank you so very much. We can't really thank you enough, Dr. Suresh, for being there, and it has been truly a wonderful pleasure in being there and in getting connected with you today. And thank you so much for highlighting very, very unique, your impressions about this, very unique. These have been the everlasting impressions of DrillBit on the scholarly community at Gulbarga University. And I think there are many other success stories across the country as Mr. Jain and his team has been able to make a good imprints in the Indian institutions. And thank you very much indeed, once again, Dr. Suresh. Much happy to connect with you today. Thank you so very much indeed. We are much glad now to introduce, we have Mr. P.K. Upadhyay, a long-time professional associate as DELNET and NIC. We are into the 30th year as DELNET is completing on 30th of June this month. Just yet another 12 days time, DELNET will be completing the 30 years of its operation. So are we celebrating the DELNET and NIC collaborations for the past 30 years. We have a very long time professional association with Mr. P.K. Upadhyay. Mr. Upadhyay, on behalf of DELNET, on behalf of Balani Infotech and DrillBit, we extend a very hearty welcome to you and thank you very much, for joining us this afternoon. I have immense pleasure in introducing you all to Mr. P.K. Upadhyay, who is a Senior Technical Director and Scientist Staff, Library and Information Services at National Informatics Center of Ministry of Electronics and IT, Government of India. Mr. Upadhyay's research interest includes digital library in government and digital records management. He has earned his MSc in Physics from University of Delhi and Master's degree in Library and Information Sciences from University of Delhi. He was a Fulbright Scholar at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign and winner of SIG3 International Paper Contest 2006 for the paper E-Granthale, Moving Towards Rural Digital Library for Sustainable Rural Livelihoods. Mr. Upadhyay has been significantly contributing in the Digital India movement, and which especially being there at NIC, he is the one who has closely been working on many of the Government of India's library-based projects. It's a profound privilege to have you with us, Mr. Upadhyay, and once again, on behalf of all the organizers, we extend a welcome to you, and we really look forward to hearing from you now. So it's over to you, Mr. Upadhyay. Requesting you, you are unmuted, please. Okay. Kindly, Mr. Upadhyay.
Oh, thank you very much for introduction, Dr. Sangeeta Kaul. It has always been very interesting and very we feel privileged to be associated with DELNET, and we know that the association and importance of DELNET since our founder Director General Dr. N. Seshagiri and Dr. H.K. Kaul, our great library science professional, their minds and vision, and that has been created, and we are seeing the fruits created by Dr. Seshagiri and Dr. H.K. Kaul, and it is one of the successful projects in India and visible throughout the world, and we are grateful to them. And certainly we will have it is our responsibility of library information science professionals to carry it forward, and for the benefit of this profession and benefit of the nation and benefit of research community. And we are doing our level best, and we should carry forward. And today's seminar, today webinar, we can say this DrillBit, DELNET and Balani Infotech, it is the requirement of the country and for the research community, and we should go for that. and we should rigorously tell people that how to use the opportunity of plagiarism detection, and the Indian startup built up this solution, which will be of immense help to research community. Dr. Sangeeta Kaul, Mr. Jaina, and Mr. Kailas Balani, our chief guest, Dr. P.S. Atal, and Dr. Suresh, among these eminent speakers. I'm happy to be part of this session on this anti-plagiarism detection DrillBit. DrillBit, the plagiarism detection, we know everybody that it is to detect the identical or similarity of the contents. In today's digital era, the amount of information we receive nowadays is tremendously stunning. While we should appreciate living in this world where incredible gems of knowledge are accessible to everyone, we should not focus on imitation only. We should also promote the authenticity of human intellect instead, and those creativity of persons and creativity of people. And it is not only the detecting of duplicacy and similarity, but also through this plagiarism activity, we can promote the creativity and the authenticity of human intellect prevalent in our research and society. And with this vision and intention, we should inspire to create plagiarism checker, and which may be used by students and researchers and the scientific community. Plagiarism is considered as an ethical offense which may incur the disciplinary actions, and such as sharp reduction in marks of students, and sometimes the serious action against the scholars. There have been cases in disciplinary action against researchers in the case of plagiarized contents. We have seen in many cases in universities and institutions and research institutions. University, the UGC, as our chief guest also mentioned, that UGC has brought out the regulation on promotion of academic integrity and prevention of plagiarism in higher educational institutions in July 2018. It has been notified through Government of India. So in academic and research community, plagiarism, because what I see, the plagiarism in university and scientific institutions falls into two categories. One is text-based plagiarism, and another is being in today's digital environment and software development. The second is code-based plagiarism. Both are being checked for in terms of plagiarism. Text-based plagiarism detection techniques don't work well with a coded input or plagiarism, but in now we see as our chief guest also mentioned, the 21st century articles, how it should be and how they are coming for who are writing. Like we are writing, we are also embedding the codes. We are writing, we are also embedding the data sets. So this kind of, so the algorithms which are developed, which are used for using the text-based plagiarism, some of the algorithms are used as greedy string tiling algorithm to detect the software plagiarism among multiple sets of source code files. So the Mr. Jana may be using or something in text-based, like in rapid action algorithm is being used for in collaboration with artificial intelligence and machine learning to detect the plagiarism in softwares as well as the text-based. The another very popular algorithm is naive-Bayes algorithm, is one of the popular classification machine learning algorithm, is being used for text data. So because why I am mentioning this we are in digital government arena, and the NIC is developing a lot of applications, and where and we are also sometimes talking of and checking the source code plagiarism. So it should not happen. We are in government, so that's why these two plagiarism checks are popular in government and research community, the text based and code based. So these are being used, and so we are also studying and going for the code, software codes plagiarism. It should not be used, it should not be misused sometimes. So while publishing the web contents, and when the DrillBit software we have used for, like NIC is publishing a lot of web contents. We are publishing the government website. Thousands of websites have been hosted and published on in NIC. So sometimes we are publishing the web contents. So that time also we have used the DrillBit to check that. Some publications also we are using. So when the NIC has been publishing the research articles in the international and national journals and conference proceedings, in that case, so DrillBit has been subscribed, and we have identified which we have also compared with the Turnitin, Authenticate, and other the softwares, and which we found through the DrillBit was Indian startup, and everyone knows that the government of India prefers the Indian startups, and we should go for first the Indian startup solutions and Indian solutions. So the DrillBit, and we also compare the features, that how it works, and then we have found that DrillBit is one of the best anti-plagiarism software, and it has been subscribed at NIC, and we have been using extensively. Recently, last year we published one book, The Citizen Empowerment Through Digital Transformation in Government, and DrillBit platform was extensively used, and it was found a useful tool in detecting those softwares, detecting those anti-plagiarism, and we have improved also. It has helped a lot in preparing those manuscripts and publishing that book with CRC Press, and that has been published in January 2022. That has been published, and it is in the market, and it is being used. On NIC, a lot of research works and case studies. To more on the comments of DrillBit use, we have some of the codes and algorithms, so it can be improved also. So something if like in today's articles, we are submitting to the research journals and research publications. We also submit the codes along with the sums, so those can be also integrated into the DrillBit. The video and images certainly are, even then it's a problem in searching on the internet also. It's not like without annotation we can't search video also. We sometimes submit the images and video, and certainly even internet searching also is not that much perfect, although artificial intelligence and all those things, pattern recognitions are coming, but the technologies are now advanced, and those technology, whenever they will be, certainly they will be also be integrated with the plagiarism softwares. And language integration, I'm very happy that the language integrations, even Turnitin also, so more than 10 languages, but those global languages are being used. But and you have also, I'm very happy that the Indian languages, Mr. Jaina, you are working, and then you are improving your DrillBit softwares, and this will have a tremendous effect on the latest released National Education Policy 2020, and they have emphasized on the traditional knowledge and local knowledge to be made global. And in that sense, certainly the integrating with those knowledge, the traditional knowledge in new as per the requirement of new education policy, the anti-plagiarism softwares, if you detect it, and not only detecting the plagiarism, it will also promote the Indian traditional knowledge in those things. many sources can be, because the software development at NIC, we know that it is not one-time job. We will have to improve day by day, and from our experience, and we learn from the past and we will improve ahead. And in software development is the depends on the latest technology platforms and latest requirement, and because earlier it was the legacy systems on the and now it is everything should be cloud based, then API based and microservices based, and so needs, and they are the continuous process. And certainly I know that you may also be working towards those things, and many sources can be also integrated, like last time also, you know, that Yojna magazine, it is very popular. And when we scanned our research papers, I found that the Yojna magazines is duplicacy you are not detecting, but immediately you ingested those contents of Yojna downloaded from the internet. And so that's why I told that it is continuous process, and it may be improved day by day. Even data sets, the another problem in anti-plagiarism software's detection is the data sets which are also are part of research publications. We are submitting our research articles to the publishers, we are also submitting data sets, and we give the linkages to those things. Even Code Ocean is very popular in scientific community. Code Ocean is an organization where, along with I submit my article to, suppose example I will give the IEEE or Elsevier. If I submit the article, then they have the tie-up with the Code Ocean. So I submit my data sets to Code Ocean, and somebody wants and my code also, so they store these in the Code Ocean repository. So those, the plagiarism, I don't know what will be the future of plagiarism, and how to detect those codes, and how to authenticate and cite those things. This is also a problem. One example I will give, the Lok Sabha debates. And Lok Sabha, our country, huge data sets and huge publications they have since Constituent Assembly since 1950s. And we have created a digital library of NIC, because I am the project coordinator of the Parliament Digital Library. And those huge contents are there. Those contents are not being captured by the plagiarism softwares. How to do it? So you can see that although the thousands of web contents are being published, it is being detected and by plagiarism softwares. So this also can be done. Some of the maths formulas and all those things, although the features are not available in other software also, so similarly you can also improve upon those things, but it is fine. And the as defined by UGC, that not more than 10% should be there. So it is up to the research scholars and the authors to minimize the plagiarism, and because it has been detecting. And my experience since in citizen empowerment book, the 14 chapters has been published in this book by NIC, and those chapters have been checked through DrillBit itself, and we have found it very useful for that. And we have improved those plagiarism, and authors have used this. And sometimes they say that it is web-based tool. Our authors sometimes they told, you know, I want to use this software, you give me software. But this is one information literacy about the plagiarism software, how to use it. The research scholars should know that it is not a software, it is online service, and due to limitation of those user credentials, like 1000 per we have used 1000 user license, so limitation of account, sometimes they hesitate in sharing their research contents. But everyone wants that they should only use at their own, and but we have facilitated all our research scholars, and generally more than 50 papers are published in a year in as per I have gone through the Scopus Index. The NIC has published more than, in 2021, more than 50 papers have been published, and they were in authenticated journal. So those have been checked by DrillBit, and it was very useful. And I would like to again repeat that it is as per the the requirement of NIC and Government of India. We have the DrillBit was finalized, and it was found very suitable, and one startup company, and it is a continuous process of improvement and all these things, but it is a fantastic tool, and we should go for this, and it is a very useful tool. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for giving me opportunity, Dr. Sangeeta Kaul, and it is I'm privileged to be part of this session. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Upadhyay, for highlighting something very, very unique. You have significantly again contributed to these deliberations because you have spoken about the things which no one has spoken till now. And that makes it very, very unique because you have highlighted some of the algorithms, you have highlighted some of the gap areas, the things that, and as you have said that the development work, it is a all-time development that we want. Every minute we are learning from our own experiences, and that's how, even in libraries now, we do have an users experiences unit now. Units are now being coming up across the globe because we learn from those experiences, and then we try to make them, as our base ground for further improving our own selves. And that remains as a lifelong process. Every moment we learn, and then we try to, improve and bring it. So thank you very much, Mr. Upadhyay, for sharing your wonderful insights about the software, the wonders that this DrillBit can do, and which really helps you to explore, the unhidden things which remains unhidden. And yes, it has got a great potential to do. So thank you very much. We remain truly, truly appreciative of your time and efforts in being there with us this afternoon and sharing your wonderful insights. So thank you very much, Mr. Upadhyay. Now, finally, the moment has arrived that all of us have been waiting ever since we started off this program today. And the moment to introduce you all to Mr. Jayana Belavari, the CEO of DrillBit, a startuppreneur who has dreamed of doing what everyone has been desiring to see. And that's what, it's always so wonderful. It's always, let me tell you, Mr. Jayana, that your contributions will always be written in golden letters across not only India, we wish and pray, and it's going to happen. Both, the BIPL, Balani Infotech, and DELNET will make it sure that you scale, the DrillBit scales the global heights, because a wonderful work, and it's an effort. It's not just an overnight work. We know that. Why we are telling you this is, we know when we talk about, everyone has been, knowing about the contribution of our founder, Dr. Kaul, who has been able to envision 30 years ago that how the libraries to get network and what would. And as we could see now, it's always all was made possible because of that vision that one was able to see well beyond, no one has ever had thought about doing it. So you have done the work that everyone was desiring, everyone was knowing it, that there is a need for an plagiarism detection software, which they can very well can afford, which should be at par with any of the global software which has been prevalently being used in the institutions. And you have made everyone to fulfill those desires of theirs. So we greatly, compliment you, congratulate you, your entire team, for taking that, going that extra mile, taking that extra step. And that's what really makes you distinct. That makes the founders always distinct of those who may be, contributing in some ways, because you have been able to do those things with your own, self mission, the mission to do that, and you have been able to achieve it. So we congratulate you, and the entire fraternity of libraries are there, institutions, academicians are there with you to make it sure that we are able to embrace this DrillBit. Well, before I request you, I have a question for you, and the question has been said, necessity is the mother of invention, undoubtedly. And that's how we are able to see such a young enterprise who has been able to really think about what everyone has been wanting it. My first question, I'm going to give you a control to share your screen, Jayana, and Firstly, the question, and I think many of us would be wanting to know, what really has inspired you to work on DrillBit and to make it a reality? So we would be much thankful because you are a founder, you are a person who has really thought about it and made it practically make it possible. What was the inspiration behind working on this? And then it's a pleasure, profound pleasure, and all of us have been waiting for this. We would really be wanting you to let the entire attendees and many more to know what DrillBit holds for them. So requesting you, profound pleasure, and once again congratulating you for this wonderful effort that you have made. And the success of this would definitely be, it's everyone's success. It's not going to be only the DrillBit success. It's a success of each and everyone who would be embracing this wonderful software. So it's over to Jenna, but please don't forget to reply to my very first question that before you start off, what was the inspiration behind working on DrillBit? Over to you. Profound pleasure with great appreciation. So wonderful to see the young minds and talents coming together and then, making a difference in the society around. Over to you, Jenna. Pleasure. Could you please unmute yourself, Jenna? Please unmute. Yes, you're unmuted. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Can you hear me, madam?
Please, yeah, very well, very well.
Yeah, thank you. I would like to thank on behalf of DrillBit DELNET team and Dr. Sangeeta madam and Dr. Aital sir for supporting this webinar, and Mr. Balani sir who is supporting DrillBit in terms of investment as well as the marketing partner. And I would like to thank Dr. Suresh Jenge for joining this webinar and giving experience about DrillBit, and Mr. P.K. Upadhyaya sir, who is using our DrillBit and giving an opportunity for the DrillBit product. And I would like to thank DELNET team again for encouraging startup companies and Make in India product. This will boost other even founders or startup companies to come up with a new products, new development. And we got a good encouragement from our other institutions in India, from colleges, universities, research institutions. They gave opportunity from last 5 years. So that is motivating us to work on DrillBit more and bring in more innovative product with a lot of additional features and good content coverage, accuracy in terms of cost reduction. So we are working on all three parameters. To answer Dr. Sangeeta madam question, what motivates in developing DrillBit? The first motivation is the Make in India campaign, which was announced by the government of India, and we were in the education sector and we were working in the universities and colleges for the projects. So that is when we were working on the projects, it is gave us an opportunity to check the plagiarism of some documents. So then we went to the some institutions for checking the plagiarism. So then we came to know that only one Turnitin who is making a global product and accepted by many universities, and no institutions or any companies has developed plagiarism software in India. So that struck in our mind that why can't we take a challenge and develop the Indian based plagiarism software. So with that, even one of my classmate and founder of DrillBit is Mr. Prashant Kumar. So he has contributed a lot for this development. He has designed a lot of the product, and he is working on the continuous development in terms of accuracy, in terms of content coverage, in terms of features. So we are both working together in bringing a good plagiarism tool with affordable cost for our institutions in India. To start with my presentation, hope can see my PPT. So to talk about DrillBit plagiarism, yes, thank you, madam. So it's a Indian-based plagiarism software. This is our 6th year journey. We started in 2016, and we took minimum 1 year for the development and trial and test. And like as Mr. Suresh, Dr. Suresh Jenge and Aital sir has given opportunity for us in the initial days to test the product, to use it and give the feedbacks for the development. I appreciate our librarians in India and our vice chancellors, registrars. Many are given feedbacks, suggestions for the improvement in DrillBit. That is how we could bring a good product in the market now to compare with a global competitor like Turnitin and Urkut. So coming to the DrillBit is a most affordable cloud powered technology. As I said, this is affordable in our institutions. We designed the package such a way that even a small college can afford the plagiarism software. Most of the institution in India still they are not implemented the plagiarism mechanism in the institution. So because one parameter is because of the cost and other is the awareness of the plagiarism software. Even though university UGC has announced the notification in 2018, but still many of the institutions are not implemented the plagiarism software because of the cost and other parameters. So DrillBit we are trying to reach through DELNET with affordable cost packages for the small colleges where they can afford the plagiarism software. And DrillBit support the 100+ languages, even though English is a major contribution, but we support Hindi, Tamil, Kannada, Urdu, Malayalam. So all Indian regional languages we support, and English and foreign languages like Spanish, German. We have a customer from Colombia. Even DrillBit now used by 500+ institutions in the world. So we are getting the orders from outside India as well, and we are working on the more on the content coverage part. And DrillBit has used AI technology and machine learning technology in the software development. When I say AI, why it is used in DrillBit, what is the advantage of it? When we started our plagiarism development, it was a challenge. There many institutions like professors, librarians was to tell us that there are many students who are using tricks. They're using a lot of tricks in the documents, and even though they are using global plagiarism software, it is unable to detect those tricks. Easily, students use some tricks and escape from plagiarism checks. So that is the challenge what we got when we started our company in the software development plagiarism tool. They said that what is the any technical challenges to develop this kind of detection features like detection of manipulated documents, anti-cheat concept. There are a lot of tricks. If you go to Google and search, we get a lot of videos related to tricks, how to escape in plagiarism check in Turnitin and other softwares. So that is the challenge for us to develop the manipulated document detection. So that is where we used our artificial intelligence to detect the manipulated document. Any students or any kind of authors who writes using the tricks, so DrillBit will detect. This is the first inventor of this kind of tricks detection. Even JNTU Hyderabad, they're using since 4 years now. They are very happy with the DrillBit product because of this kind of tricks detection in DrillBit. Many of the PG students, the maturity or the level to not to copy from the research paper or the any PhD thesis, they try to use some tricks and escape from plagiarism checks. So that was the challenge for the institutions to detect. And one more point is like grammar detection. Many students in the PG or UG level, they try to do a lot of grammar mistakes, sentence error. So that was the challenge in the institutions to detect the grammar as well as the plagiarism. So it should the university should ensure like error-free document as well as the plagiarism-free document. So we have developed and integrated the grammar tool in the DrillBit so that the university or institution can check the grammar, ensure that is error-free document, then go for plagiarism check, ensure that plagiarism-free document. So this is the both integrated tools are available in DrillBit. And coming to the content coverage, when we say plagiarism software, the important weightage is in the content coverage. How much data do we cover? What is the accuracy level? What kind of data do we cover in plagiarism software? So major is the internet content like web pages, websites, and any other publishing content, journals content. And we talk about publishers and journals. In the worldwide, we have about 12,000 publishers and 80,000 journals who are publishing many articles in multiple languages or multiple subjects. So we cover that, and we cover repositories like student thesis, dissertation. Nowadays, the Shodhganga is created a repository of Indian thesis. More than 3.5 lakhs theses are covered in Shodhganga. Like that, we have around 13,000 repositories worldwide which DrillBit covers. And we talk about web pages. We have covered about 91+ billion web pages from all the languages, not only in English. We cover Hindi, foreign languages we cover, and we update daily. Every day we update the content because every day more than 10,000 articles are getting published worldwide. So we update our content also every day. Every day we index, and we cover most of the publishers from like Crossref listed, STM publishers, and Scopus index journals. So that is how our accuracy is improved, and we are able to compare with the global players. Moving to the next slide to talk about key features in DrillBit. What made DrillBit user friendly, or why the customers want to use DrillBit? We have two products in DrillBit. One is for the classroom management and one is for the folder management. Like classroom management for the admin, instructors and students, where instructor and students can interact and give the assignment and submit the assignment, grade the assignment, give the marks for the assignment. So these are the features in classroom management. And we have an admin and user concept for the publishers, journals, or research institute like ISRO is using DrillBit, and many research like Competition Commission of India, NIC. So many institutions are using DrillBit. So we have a folder management concept where admin and other users can use the DrillBit. And we have a beautiful concept like repository concept. This is very unique and important features in the DrillBit. That is how we could avoid the duplication within the institutions. If there are 100, 200 students in the institution, they try to copy each other, or they may copy from the senior students. How to detect it? So we introduced repository concept, and we are offering unlimited repository storage to the universities or institutions in India, so that they can store their students' content previous year or the current year students, so that we can avoid the duplication within the institutions. So 40 to 50% of the duplications will be avoided by using the institutional repositories. And we have archive and live web coverage. That is a real-time check. Even it is published yesterday, we cover in the DrillBit check. So that is the like real-time check or the live web coverage. And we have some exclusions as per the UGC policy. When we talk about DrillBit, it is purely Indian-based, and we are following the UGC policy. We have our DrillBit software. It is integrated with all the features or all the notifications of UGC policy. There are some exclusions as per the UGC policy in plagiarism check. Not every content in the document to be scanned in plagiarism check. Not every content. So we have option for reference and bibliography exclude, the content which is in the document reference and bibliography not to be checked in plagiarism. That can be excluded. And we have a quoted works. If any author copying any content from the published work, they can exclude that content. They should write within the double inverted quotes, and that content will be excluded as per the UGC guidelines. And we have a common phrases, like there are standard abbreviations, university name, department name. They are not plagiarism. So that is every student has to use, every author has to use it. So that also can be excluded as per UGC policy. So we have integrated common exclude phrases in DrillBit. So that is how the accuracy or the percentage will improve. And then we have exclusion for sources. If any author wanted to remove their own sources or own publication, own PhD thesis content, so that provision is available in DrillBit. And any unrelated matches. If any unrelated matches in the search, we can exclude it using the source exclude options. And we have integrated grammar software that can be used by the institutions. And we have language coverages. We cover 100+ languages, and we support multiple file formats. When we say plagiarism check, we should support multiple documents, because some students submit Word documents, some student PDF, some like professors or any corporate companies, they use PPT. So we support all the file formats. Text we support, PPT, Excel, Word, PDF. So multiple file formats we support. And we support multiple document submission and processing at a time. In the institutions, if it's a larger institution like Amity University, Noida, they check nearly 1 lakh documents every year. So they upload multiple documents at a time. Single submission is very difficult for them. So we provide multiple document submission at a time and processing. And we have a few unique feature, as I said, detection of hidden character, replaced character, symbols, manipulated text using white fonts, or different types of undetected characters. So these kind of tricks the students is using the document. If UG, PG reports, only we get these kind of reports like converting text into image and then upload. So the software will not be able to detect. So in that unit, DrillBit has used AI and in detecting these kind of manipulated documents. We make it as a document error, and they give the reasons why this is a document error and how to detect it. So the students can easily go back and see that what kind of tricks are used, and they should rewrite the document. And we have a feedback, scoring, and grading concept. So this is available in the institution plagiarism check, our DrillBit Extreme product, where the teacher can give feedback, text feedback. They can give the marks, and they can grade the document. And we have designed the grade based on the UGC like 4 levels of plagiarism: 0 to 10, 10 to 40, 40 to 60, and above 60. These are the 4 levels plagiarism as per the UGC policy. And we have API and LMS integration, as sir mentioned. We have integrated with the Google Classroom, Moodle, Blackboard, Canvas, QuickLearn. So many other platforms we are integrating because of online education now. After pandemic, we see the many institutions are going for online education. So to make it easy to user friendly, so we are integrated with the LMS. This is free of cost, no additional charges. They can use it for free on the Google Classroom or Moodle, whatever the tools they used by the institution. And we have API, open API, where we integrate. Recently, we have integrated with IMS Ghaziabad. They use their own platform, so we integrated DrillBit there. So automatically we get the document from the institution and we send the plagiarism report. And we have a customized digital receipt. This is a very good concept, and it is requested by the many universities, even agriculture universities. We have 10 plus agriculture universities who are using DrillBit. They all use the digital certificate where they can download the certificate of plagiarism check in their own format. We have customized it with the institution logo, institution name, and then signature from the librarian or the HOD, and then supervisor. So this is the customized digital receipts and DrillBit. And moving to the customers of DrillBit, as I said, 500 plus institutions are using, 35 plus universities, 180 plus colleges, R&D centers, and journals and publishers. And these are our top customers in the national level and in the global customers. So these are the global customers of DrillBit, and we have around 5 customers, and now we are entering into the global market with the help of Balani Infotech. So this is about my PPT. Let me go to the live demonstration of DrillBit. Can you see the website, madam?
Yes. Yes, we are able to.
So this is our website. Yeah, so this is our website, DrillBitPlagiarism.com. This is a cloud-based application. When I say cloud-based, this is hosted on the Microsoft Azure cloud, and it can be accessed anytime, anywhere, on any device. So we have checked the capability of the multiple devices, so it can be accessed on the mobile or the iPads or the laptop or desktops. And this is like a Google Gmail account. We provide the user ID and password, so users can access within the institutions and as well as the outside the institution. So they can check the plagiarism from anywhere, and it can be accessed by the students or the teachers or the even admin of the institutions. So we have here support in the website. We give FAQs. The users can go and read the FAQs if they have any doubts, and we have open API if they want to integrate with any library platform or any kind of institutions ERP, so we can integrate it with free of cost. And user guides, we have user guides here, PDF, and we have a tutorial video. The users can go through videos and then learn to use DrillBit. It's very simple application, user friendly. So let me run through get started. This is our first step. After providing the user ID and password, click on the get started. So here enter the user ID and the password. So this is our home page. This is the first page of the DrillBit home page, and we have instructions. Every page we can read the instruction here. Create a folder and select the folder to submit the document. Very simple application. First level is to create a folder, then submit the document and get the result. Only 3 steps, easy three steps. So create folder. First level is to create a folder. Here, this is the concept of like desktop. We have a folder concept in the desktop to manage the files. There are multiple department, multiple subject, many students. So how to handle it? So here, just create the folder by course wise, subject wise, student wise. Just enter the folder name, DELNET, for example, and then validity of the folder you can set 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, depends on the project duration. You can set the validity of the folder, and these are the settings. So these are very important settings to check the plagiarism. Even when we are comparing plagiarism results with other software, these settings are very important because the same setting should be applied in both the software. If any variation in settings, there may be a result variations. So click on the exclude reference and bibliography. As I said, if you wish to exclude references and bibliography, just go for yes, and then quotes. As I said, if author copied content, even paragraph or one sentence copied from any published work, just enter the content within the double inverted quotes in the document, then that content will be excluded from the plagiarism check as per the UGC guidelines. And we have 2 small options for the frequency of words. So this is how plagiarism works, as sir mentioned, Aital sir. One is the identical matching. If the continuously words are matched, 5 words, 6 words, 10 words, 14 words, UGC said up to 14 words can be considered, but international publication says that 5 words to be considered for plagiarism check. So DrillBit follows the both standards as UGC as well as international. If any author checking for the publication, they should go for 5 similarity words. If they're checking for any project report, they should go for 14 similarity words. And we have exclude options like sources. As I said, if any author want to remove their own sources, which is copied from their thesis or a publication, so that they can remove the source from the plagiarism check, or any unrelated matching, they can go for removing the sources. And here we have a grammar check. As I said, we can check the grammar as well as the plagiarism together. So this will avoid a lot of manual work in the institutions, because in one of the JNTU cases in the audit, they found that a lot of grammar mistake in the project report, still the university has accepted because there was no grammar check in the document. So that made a university to struggle in the audit. So then we have implemented grammar check in the software, and they're using it effectively, and they're ensuring that it is error-free document as well as a plagiarism-free document. And here we have exclude phrases. As I said, this is also very important. When we are detecting plagiarism, we may find university name, department name, any standard names, abbreviation. So it is not a plagiarism, because every author, every student should use those kind of words. For example, National Stock Exchange, recently National Stock Exchange has subscribed to DrillBit. And we have a Department of Computer Science. You can exclude, this is the standard, every student has to use it. So we can remove these kind of standard phrases in the DrillBit. So click on the submit. So now we have created a folder with some settings as per the guidelines. You can see here the folder has been created with a folder ID, folder name, the status is active, and creation date, and edit option. If you wish to change the settings, just we can go and change the settings, or we can delete the folder. And now select. So this is the first step to create a folder. We have created the folder with sub settings. This is applicable. We can create a multiple folder. There is no restriction. Unlimited folder we can create, and it is a one-time setting. Once we do the settings of this folder, no need to repeat it again. So just click the select the folder, and we'll enter to the next page, submission page. Only this is a 2 steps. One is the creation of folder, and then come into the submission page. So here we have instructions here. So users can read the instructions and use the application. First level is to upload the English. As I said, we support multiple languages. We support English, foreign languages, non-English, and then regional languages like Hindi, Urdu, Malayalam, Tamil, Kannada. So we support up to 17 Indian languages. So they can use upload regional. Here we have features like English, single file upload, multiple upload, and then zip file, compressed file, and Google Drive. So this is based on the need, they can use it. In single file at a time 1 file, in multiple file, you can submit at a time 10 files, and zip compressed, we can submit at a time 20 files. In Google Drive, if any bigger size, how much size DrillBit will allow for plagiarism check? We allow up to 100 MB file size. File size can be up to 100 MB. So it can be 1 MB, 10 MB, up to 100 MB. DrillBit will support for plagiarism check. And we support what is the length of the document. DrillBit has capabilities of up to 2000 pages. Even publishers, book publishers are using DrillBit because we support up to 2000 pages in single document. We can restrict 200, 300, 400 pages, but we support up to 2000 pages, where it will be helpful for checking the book publishers. Just click on the single file submission. This is the to submit the single file. Here you can see author name. Just enter the author name and then title of the project, and then choose the document type. This is important for the statistics. If institutions, any admin want to see that what kind of documents are scanned in DrillBit, what is the statistics of that, so it will help for the statistics. So DrillBit, users can select the document type, and here we have a choose file. As I said, we support multiple file formats, so users can select the, depends on the PDF or Word or HTML. So let me select the project here. So now I have attached the project report. Now we can going for grammar check or plagiarism check. If users want to ignore grammar check or ignore plagiarism, only check grammar, both options are available. So they can use it effectively without wasting their subscriptions. So they can go for either plagiarism or grammar. So click on the submit. So now we are submitting a file for plagiarism check. And one more question we get, once we submit the document, do you save in the repository? This is a challenge. When we went to the institutions for the feedback or the research, market research, the challenge was the document will be saved in the repository. Whenever the document is saved, it is submitted, it is saved in the repository. Removing from the repository is a difficult challenge. So in the DrillBit, we do not have auto save concept. There is no auto save in the DrillBit. no document will be saved automatically in the DrillBit database. So users can easily submit and not to worry about saving it to the repository. So now the document which is submitted, it is not stored anywhere. It is the temporary memory. It is a temporary memory in the DrillBit, and whenever the license gets expired, like 7 days trial or a 1 year subscription, whenever it gets end, the documents will be deleted automatically. So we keep the data. If it in the trial period, it will be for 7 days. If it is a subscription for 1 year, 12 months. So this is the logic behind this save to repository. So users not to worry in DrillBit, the document will not be saved to the repository. So now we can see we have submitted the document for plagiarism check. How much time will take? This is also very important. How much time it will take to scan the result. So if the document size, if it is 1 to 10 pages, it will take 2 to 3 minutes. If it is 10 to 100 pages, it takes about 5 to 8 minutes or 10 minutes in the traffic, during traffic or during bulk submissions. If it is 100 to 400 pages, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes. So maximum any document you submit for plagiarism check will get the results within the 10 to 15 minutes. And how to save it to repository? As I said, we have the repository concept. How to save it? Because to avoid within the institution, to avoid the duplication within the institutions, we should save the document to the repository. Current year or previous year, we should save it. Then only we can avoid the duplication within the institutions. Otherwise, senior students or the junior students may copy from the institution documents. So here we have option, just click here. So we get option for the save to repository. Here we have option. Until unless we use this save to repository, the document is not saved anywhere, not saved in the DrillBit database or repository. If teacher or any university, not like the students level or a teachers level, if institutions level administrator can save to repository. So then the document will be saved to DrillBit repository and it will be compared against the new submissions. So no students copy from the repositories. And we have a delete option. If teacher wish to delete this document, they can delete it. So now we can see here we got the result. It is a 77% plagiarism. We can delete it if we wish to delete, or we can download. We can download the original file. This is submitted by the author, and to see the results, click on the percentage. So this is a similar analysis page we call it, or a result page we call it. This is a beautiful concept in DrillBit. You can see left side similarity percentage, total similarity percentage in this document, and sources. These are the sources which are detected in plagiarism check. You can see source in, we have used a color coding for easy identification. This is the color coding. Each sources will be in different colors, and the percentage. Each sources will have a different percentage. Based on the highest percentage, we sort it, and users can easily check which is the highest contributing percentage sources. And we have exclude options. As I said, these are the exclude options. We can remove these sources. If it is unrelated or if it is author's own sources, we can remove it. And this is the center part, is the content part, which is submitted by the student or author, and it is generated the report highlighting the content which is matched for plagiarism or which is matched with the source content. We generated the result in similar format. You can see it without changing any alignment, formatting, text, table. So you can see as it is, we generate. This is the beauty of the result generation. Even when we started the development, the requirement of the users was this: give the result in original format, so that easy for them to identify the plagiarism, rewriting the document, then resubmit for the plagiarism check. So this is the useful features in the DrillBit. And here now how to see what is the content matched for sources. You can just see, click on the sources, it will navigate and blink in the first word. You can see this is the matched content for this particular source. The 28% contributed, you can see there are 9 sources in the same document. This is the document of 30-35 pages. So same sources may be found in different pages. If it is a 30-page document, maybe first page, 50th page or 30th page, the content may match. So for the navigation, we have here next highlight. How to navigate to the next source. Click on the next highlight, it will navigate to the next matching. And here you can click on the next highlight, it will navigate. And we have a previous highlight. If you want to come back to the previous matching, just click on the previous. So this is how we navigate, and it is very user friendly for it. And here Wikipedia, this is the source. If you just click on the source, it will take us to the original source, so that easily author can compare, okay, what is my content and what is already published. So who has written it, when it is published, so they can refer to the original source. And here, so now we are in the content, how to see which is the source. And When we are in the content part, we need to find the source. So just click on the content, it will highlight the sources. So this is the both the side. This is the beauty of DrillBit. It is having the both the side navigation. You can click the content, it will highlight the source. You click on the source, it will navigate to the content. So this is the user friendly for all the users. And here sources exclusion. So you can just click on the source exclude, the source will be excluded. You can see here 2% of the sources is excluded. It is removed the highlight, color highlight, it will remove, and it will reduce the percentage as well. So and then we can include. After excluding, we can include also. Just click on the include, the percentage will be increased and the sources will be added back to the list. So this is how the application works. And then here we have some useful information. Just email notification. If you wish to send this document to your teacher or supervisor or anyone, you can just enter the email IDs here and the document will be sent to the supervisor or the colleagues. So just click and enter the send, the document will be shared with them. And we have a QR code. This is also unique concepts in DrillBit. If nowadays we share the documents in WhatsApp or social media, so how to use it? Just scan the QR code in the mobile, any mobile, just open the camera and scan the QR code. The entire PDF report will be downloaded there on mobile and they can share it with the social media. And here we have a save to repository. After reviewing the document, if teacher wish to save it to repository, they can use this save concept. This is auto-filled. Just click a save button. This document will be saved to the repository. Otherwise, this document is in the temporary memory and it will be deleted automatically. Not to worry. Next time, whenever student rewrite and resubmit, the plagiarism will not be 100%. So this is the one worry about in the user base. And here we have digital receipt. We were talking in the our presentation. This is the digital receipt concept. You can see here customized digital certificate for each document, synopsis, dissertation, thesis, or article. So any kind of documents, it is a customized. Each QR code is there so that students will not duplicate the certificate. So this is a unique concept, and we will get the university logo or institution logo here. This is a DrillBit account, so we see DrillBit logo. Otherwise, we get the institution logo and institution name here, and check for the plagiarism certificate. And here we can enter the author name. It is auto-filled. Then course of studies, they can enter it. Department they can enter, and they can enter the percentage, like 10% is allowed. They can enter the 10%, and then submitted by. And you can see the signatures here. This is also is editable. You can edit signature of HOD. So just you can edit and print it. Just click on the print. They get a A4 size certificate and take the print attached along with your document, PhD thesis or any document. It can be attached. And here we have a file information, submission detail. If user want to see the submission information, we can see here file name, size, character, how many characters in the document, word count, total sentences, total page, total lines, detailed information is in the report. And here we have a download option. Here we can download the PDF report as well as the HTML report. There are two types supported because of the file size. If you download in PDF, maybe file size is a little higher. If you download in HTML, it will be lower. So it can be used for multi-purpose. So this is the downloaded report in the document. You can, and then we have a setting here. After download, we can go to settings. This is also very important, unique in DrillBit. So now we did a folder setting while submitting a document. We did a settings in folder that was applicable for all the files in the folder. How to change the settings for only single file? If it is only one file, how to change the settings? So this is the option settings here. You can see exclude quotes. The software will easily mention that there are no quotes in this document. If there are any quotes in this document, it will throw what is how much content is in the quotes, what is the similarity percentage in the quote, how many sources are matched, whether exclude or include. So we give detailed analysis in these quotes, and we have a reference and bibliography. And then one more important, quotes also we alert if students or any author using more than 10% quote. As per the standard publication, the quotes work should be less than 10%. If it is more than 10% of the quote, we alert the author or the in charge. And coming to the exclude reference and bibliography, we can see a total content under the reference and bibliography. And we have a similarity percentage, how much content is matched from references, we can see that, and then number of sources. And as I said, as per UGC, we can use up to 14 words, small sources. So we give the similarity, how much content is in the small sources and how many sources are matched. So this is about the settings of the folders or the files. So then here we have important feature like duplicate words or duplicate phrases. For example, when we are writing any article, some publishers are set like 3000 words, 4000 words is the maximum in the article. So how to avoid the duplication or how to check it whether duplicate phrases are repeated in the document? Just you can enter number of words, 5, 6, you can enter and just click submit. The software will throw what are the repetitions, how many words, phrases are repeated, which are the phrases are repeated. So software will throw it. You can see here these are the 5 words phrases are repeated in the document. These are repeated. How many times occurred? 2 times are repeated, so that users can try to rewrite and reduce the number of words in the document. So let me go to PDF report. This is the downloaded PDF report from the software. You can see this is the first page of the report. Here we have a DrillBit logo and reported by DrillBit, and then author name, title of the document, submission ID. This is a unique ID for each document. If any author or any users have a questions, they can refer to the paper ID and report it to DrillBit. And we have a submission date and time and total pages. The document contains 13 pages, and document type, it is a project work. And we can see here similarity percentage, 77% is a similarity in this document. And the source type, you can see here different source type. As I said, mainly we concentrate on student papers, journals and publication, and internet content. So you can see we show the how much contributed from internet, how much contribution from student paper, journals and publications. And here we have exclude, like as I said, quotes, references and small sources. Now there are no quotes and references in this document. And here we have exclude information. So as I said, there are some exclusions as per the UGC guidelines. So there are chances to misuse in the document, in the software. Students may misuse or any users may misuse. So we print it here, whether quotes are excluded, references are excluded, small sources, how many sources are excluded. Sometimes intentionally students or author may exclude it. So we have option here. We can see if any authors or any students are excluded, we will print here how much percentage is already excluded. And phrases, we print the option here. And this is the QR code. If anyone want to download on mobile, just they can scan the QR code. The whole report will be downloaded on the mobile. So this is the second page of the report. You can see here, this is a detailed report. Similarity percentage 77, and how many sources are matched in the plagiarism check. 8 sources are matched. And grade, as I said, as per UGC, there are 4 levels of plagiarism: 0 to 10, 10 to 40, 40 to 60, and above 6. So as per that, we generate the automatic grade of this document. And this also can be customized also based on the institution requirement. And here we see the location number and the sources, and then percentage from each source and source type. So this will be useful for the authors. So they can rewrite. How to rewrite? The question will come: how to reduce the plagiarism percentage, or how to rewrite the document. So students or any author should concentrate on the first top 3-4 sources to reduce the percentage. Usually we get questions why there are small sources matched, 4 words matched, 5 words, but users should reduce the top sources. They should take minimum 3 to 4 top sources and reduce, so that the plagiarism percentage will reduce drastically. And below that we have a paper which is submitted by the students. You can see here we have highlighted and we have given the location number. This is a source number. Here in PDF we don't have a navigation, so that they can easily refer this location number or a source number and check which is the source for this content. You can see this is the report which was submitted for plagiarism check, and we generated in original format. There is no change in the alignment, formatting, or any kind of alterations with image, graphs, charts. So we generate the report, and each sources will be highlighted in different colors, so that easy for rewriting it. So easily the authors or students can rewrite the document. So this is, you can see here, the source number is mentioned in every page. So this is the source number. So easily they can navigate and see the source names and rewrite easily. So this is about PDF document. Let me go back to the software. This is the analysis page we talked about. Now let me go to the admin dashboard. We have a beautiful concept of admin dashboard. Even users can play a role of admin as well as the user. In these institutions, the single user can be admin as well as the user. So now we have admin dashboard here. Click on the My Account. So this is the My Account here, information of the this license. So you can see institution can upload their logo. So they upload logo, they get on the certificate also. Whatever the logo uploaded is here, they get on the certificate as well. And this is the complete information about the license, institution name, how many like account ID, then date of when the license has been activated, how many users are in the license, how many documents are allocated for this license, what is the document length, when is the expiry and grammar submission, and then product name, and then time zone. So this is about complete license information. And then we have account statistics. If admin user want to see the statistics, whenever they go to management or they want to go for renewal, they want the statistics of the software to get approval or to see the statistics of the license. So we can see here we provide the report month-wise submission. So the admin user can download this or print this statistics and submit it to the management. Submissions, then how many days validity is left, and what is the user statistics, how many users are subscribed, how many are in use. So this is the statistics of the users. And this is one concept like trend analysis, how to see what is the levels of similarity index in the institutions, overall institutions. If there are 100,000 students, how do we know that how much percentage students they're doing own work or how much copying? So this will present what is their institution own work and copied work. So this is how we generate the statistics for the admin users. And then here we have a user tab where the admin user can add users here. Just click on the add users. Admin user can add the user here, enter the name, email address, then date. Here if it is a part-time teacher, you can set for 3 months, 6 months to controlling. There are now it is a cloud-based application, very easy to misuse. So to put that option, you can just enter the end name. You can set it for 30 days or 1 year. You can give the end date, and we can allocate the number of documents. If teacher or any author misusing the application, we can set. If they want 100 documents, we can set it. If they want 1,000, we can set. 10,000, we can set. So based on the need of the department or any section, so we can allocate the documents. We can allocate the number of grammar also to the user. Just click on the confirm. The software will create automatically the password and send it to the users via email. So it's automated. You can every page we have instructions here. So it automatically creates the credentials and send it to the users. And we have multiple users creation, like at a time the admin want to create 100 users, 200 users, just they can download the template. Here we have a template. They can download the template and fill the template in this format and upload it here. So automatically 100,000, 10,000 users will be created in a one click, and all will get the credentials via email. And here we have the reports. Even admin user want to download the report, they can download here all users in one click or individual users. So we have a statistics for that. So admin easily can download the reports by all users or single users, and we can have a control of date also. If they want to download month wise, year wise, so they can download it. And here we have a repository concept. This is a beautiful concept, as I said, a unique concept. We provide unlimited storage space to the institutions, so they can upload their previous year document. If there are 4 or 5 years in digital format, first time they are implementing plagiarism software, so they can add content to the DrillBit database, so that it will be part of DrillBit database, and we compare with the recent submission of the student, so that we can avoid duplication within the institutions. We have two types: institution repository as well as global repository, and we have English and non-English. So multiple language also they can upload it. For example, Hindi, they have the thesis or any kind of documents in Hindi, they can upload it to the repository, and they can compare against these repositories. And here we have a repository inbox. Now one big question in the market, like how to remove the document from the repository. If it is by mistake or accidentally save it to repository, how to remove it? Just come to the repository inbox, click on the remove. Admin users have options. No need to come back DrillBit always. Just enter the paper ID here and search, or you can just come and click on the remove here. Against each paper will have a ID. So just they can click on the remove. Document will be removed from the repository, permanently removed from the DrillBit repository. And we have integrations here. As I said, it is a free integrations for institutions, Moodle, Google Classroom, or any other Blackboard, Canvas under LTI. So freely they can use it with a DrillBit. And here we have a switch to users. Just click on the switch to users. We'll be back to the user page again. So this is about the simple application about DrillBit, and I think it is very user friendly. And any feedback from the users they can give us. Every month we release the new versions. We are upgrading. We update daily content, and every month we update a new features. So with this I end my presentation and the live presentation. So if any questions, I'll be happy to answer. I'll hand over to Dr. Sangeeta Madam.
Thank you very much, Jayana. What an exhaustive deliberations that you have done, and with a very simple, so complex things getting simpler. That's the tagline, should be for DrillBit, So the subject is so complex, but yes, DrillBit, you have been able to really design it, deploy it in such a manner. It is very easy to use and very unique features. Very distinct features. One can see that lot much of thought has got into its designing. You have seen the gap areas. You have been seeing, I believe, very strongly. You have noticed what has been missing out. Not only what has been available in the global plagiarism detection software, but what has been the most missing factors in that. And to make this thing very meaningful, it's what has been really required by the researcher community, by the scholarly community. As you have rightly has shown in the different colors, also you have shown the similarity. And even giving, with that, the reference numbers and all, that makes the lives of the scholars, researchers, and our academic community, definitely, this is something which everyone would be wanting to, make use of. So thank you very much, Jayana, and once again, congratulate you and the entire team at DrillBit for really, this is, the most wonderful gift one can think about, and also our own contributions, DrillBit's contributions for this Atmanirbhar Bharat. So thank you very much, Jayana, and definitely you said if you have any questions, there would be, I'm pretty sure that the floor would be all full of questions, because everyone would definitely be more excited now to use this wonderful tool. So thank you very much. And now, before we make the wonderful, superb, stupendous, talk, presentation, and more so the contribution by developing this wonderful tool. So now we would just like to, before we make the floor open for questions, we would like to ask a couple of poll questions to our attendees just to get a feel from them. And we would just like to do it as quickly as we can, and requesting each one of our attendees to please kindly give us your candid feedback about it, and then immediately after this, we are going to make the floor open for your questions that you can directly ask to Mr. Jayana. And the first question appearing on your screen: do you already subscribe to any plagiarism detection software in your institution? Requesting you to please kindly give your candid feedback. 26% of you have voted. Please ensure, because we have to get a very right kind of survey results. So I have to wait till the time it crosses 50%. 31% of you have voted. Please requesting you as fast as you can. Do you already subscribe to any of the plagiarism detection software in your institution? Do you have any subscription to any of the existing tools? Please do kindly let us know. 35% of you have voted. Please kindly at least try to make it above 40% so that we get some kind of the results which can be, we can work on that. So requesting each one of you be a little more faster in letting us know, as we would like to also have some scope for asking, making the floor open for you. 40% of you have voted, and let me disclose the findings. 45% of you have gone for the option yes, that yes, you do have a subscription to some of the plagiarism detection software. 55% of you have gone off for the option no. So 55% of you, you do not have any plagiarism detection software in your own institutions. Now here comes yet another question. Do you use an open source plagiarism detection software? Do you use any open source plagiarism detection software? Please kindly let us know about it. 13% of you have voted. Please help us out. In total, there are 5 questions. We are at question number 2, and then we really want to have some time for each one of you, wherein you can ask a question to Mr. Jayana. 33% of you have voted. Please do help us in crossing at least a 40% of mark, so that we can deduce something out of these findings. 38% of you have voted. The question is, do you use an open source plagiarism detection software? And herein it goes. 68% 67% of you have said no, you are not using any open source plagiarism detection software. But at the same time, 33% of you have gone for this option. Yes, you are using an open source software. 33% of you are using an open source software for plagiarism detection. Let me just quickly go to the option in which all both DELNET, BIPL, and DrillBit would also be wanting to know, would you like to avail of a trial access to DrillBit plagiarism detection software? Would you be interested to get a trial access activated? And yes, through DELNET as well as through BIPL, we can get an access activated for you for a trial access to check 5 documents. You can check it. Please do kindly let us know, do you feel that, would you like to avail of a trial access to DrillBit? You know, just in order to see how this would work and to try your own hands, you know, at this. 37% of you have voted, inching towards getting to the 40%. As we could gather, 86% of you have gone for the option yes, that yes, you would like to avail of the trial access. So thank you very much for letting us know, and this is highly motivating and encouraging for us. And herein comes a question. Would you like to subscribe DrillBit through DELNET BIPL initiative? Let me just tell you that as all of you have also received the intimation, a detailed brochure, that through DELNET BIPL initiative, DrillBit is available to the member libraries of DELNET at a cost of 48,000 rupees, which is inclusive of GST, wherein you can check 300 documents online. The 300 documents, you know, plagiarism detection can be checked. Annual subscription for 48,000 rupees, which is there, you know, and we would really be happy, you know, that to get your inputs. So thank you very much. This is fairly a very good percentage of yours who have shown interest. And we feel much humbled, you know, with a kind of a response. Herein comes a very direct question. Do you want us, because we have all your email IDs and everything, do you want us to send you a proposal for DrillBit annual subscription for 300 documents for rupees 48,000? It's an annual subscription for DELNET members, and from your results, we would be able to see that how many of you have said opted for the option yes. Again, fairly, it's nearly 50% of you have gone, and we are really much thankful to you that you have shown that trust. And as being shown to you, this holds a great promises. This would make, you know, a huge difference in your own institutions. And this is a tie, you know, 50% of you have really been wanting to us to, and you want to go for, you know, for the DrillBit subscription. So thank you very much for this. Quickly, we would now like to make the floor open for questions. So please raise your digital hand, and we have Mr. Jaina who may like to take these questions. And you may have, we are just sifting through alphabetically with the participants your name, the first name, and please raise your digital hand. We could see that Dr. Bedrita Das from Synergy Institute, Odisha, is there from Bhubaneswar. Dr. Bedrita Das. Dr. Bedrita, I have sent you an unmute request. Please unmute yourself and ask your question. This is for Dr. Bedrita Das. Yes, Bedrita, we are connected right now. Please introduce yourself and go ahead. Dr. Bedrita, we are connected right now. Please kindly, you can ask your question to Mr. Jaina. I think Vedruta has an issue. Vedruta, you can post your question in the chat box, and I will be very happy to take that question and to ask Mr. Jaina to give you a reply on that. We have Dr. Vipin Kumar Sharma, and I think from JUIT Solon. Dr. Vipin Kumar Sharma. Dr. Vipin, could you please unmute yourself? Dr. Vipin Kumar Sharma. Dr. Vipin, could you please unmute yourself and ask your question? This is for Dr. Vipin Kumar Sharma. Dr. Vipin, could you please unmute yourself and ask your question? Okay, the question, Jaina, from Dr. Bedrita Das from Synergy Institute is, can an admin change a user? Can an admin change a user? You know, you may like to say yes, definitely. Jaina, you may like to say quickly, something?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely, yes, yeah. And this is for Dr. Vipin. You can post your question because we are not able to connect with you. You can post your question in the chat box, and we will be very happy to take your question from the chat box. Quickly moving on to see, we can see that. Okay, this is from Jaydev Kumbar, who said, requesting you to show the demo of any Indian language. I think because of paucity of time, Mr. Jaydev, we request you to avail of this trial access. And then even we have our teams at BIPL and even DrillBit's team, and they can show you. They can take you online and can show it to you. Because of paucity of time, we would like to take as many questions so that a majority of our users, attendees can get benefited out of this. This is from AD Suresha. He's wanting to cross-check 48,000, only 300 files or documents. 300 files or documents. That would be the same. Mr. Jaina, could you please? He's saying 300 files or documents.
Actually, 300 documents are in the sense like if there are 300 projects, the question actually answer is like they can check 300 times any document, any files 300 times they can check it. Either same document multiple times, that will be count. If they check one document at 10 times, it will count as a 10. So like that, they can do 300 checks in the package.
Perfectly fine. And then here comes a question from Mr. Biswajit Tripathi, who would like to say, is it possible to check plagiarism from articles of IEEE and Elsevier journals?
Yes, they can check.
Perfectly.
We will compare
so
yeah.
From IEEE and Elsevier journals also, one can check that. Duplicacy coming, from there, one can check that, right?
Yes.
Perfectly fine. So Biswajit, I hope you got the reply for your question, which you have posted in the chat box. This is from Mr. Pallav Kumar Bhaumik. Pallav, I cannot take your question, give you the control of the audio because there's no audio device connected with you. So please post your question in the chat box. Okay, so this is from Nirja S, who would like to say, what percentage of accuracy will it give? Jenna, what percentage of accuracy would it give? And this is from Nirja, who would like to know.
Yeah, we offer trial access. They can, as per our knowledge, 95% accuracy. When we compare with the other software, we get more than 95% accuracy, and we give the trial access so that users can compare themselves. They can upload documents in DrillBit as well as other software. That is how our customers are using it. They compare with Turnitin or other softwares, and then they try to subscribe to DrillBit because of the cost and features and then availability of the good service.
Perfectly. Thank you so much. This is a question from Swaguna Datta saying, is there any provision for checking Bengali and Sanskrit script, Sanskrit language documents? Any scope for Bengali and Sanskrit language?
Yes, in DrillBit we support Bengali and Sanskrit both, and we support repository also. If there are any documents in, usually the other languages will be in a PDF which are not readable. So they can upload it to DrillBit repository if there are 100,000, 10,000, and they can use their repository at free of cost. They can create their own database in Bengali or Sanskrit, and they can compare those documents.
Perfectly fine. And Jaina, this is from our own colleague from DELNET Coordination Unit Pune, Dr. Neela J. Deshpandeji, the former university librarian and head of the department, Pune University, who is wanting to know how about the Marathi language. Are you covering the, the Marathi documents also? So everyone is going to, I think, believe, yes, yeah.
Yeah, yes, we support Marathi also. We support total 17 regional languages, which includes Marathi, Urdu, Sanskrit, Bengali, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu. So most of the languages are supported, even Oriya.
Good to know, because one of our overseas contact, attendee also had asked for the Urdu language. So do we have a, even maybe we can check for the Urdu documents also?
Yes. Urdu,
okay.
Arabic.
That's nice. Yeah, because we had, we could see that, some of our outside India, someone was wanting to know about it. Now, here comes the question from Neelam Devi saying, can I delete my file after checking plagiarism from the software?
Yes, they can delete the files after checking. Otherwise, the software will not save it anywhere. As I mentioned, the software will not store any content that will be in the temporary memory and automatically will get deleted. If it is the trial period, it is 7 days. If it is a license, it is a 12 months. So even they also can delete it. Once they delete it, it will be deleted permanently, so they cannot recover it. But they can submit again same document and see the results.
Perfectly fine. This is an observation and also a question from Mrs. Surekha Kaul. Formerly, she was the AGM at BrahMos, and who is wanting to, compliment you. Great Make in India initiative, and how you are going to influence and approach defense organizations. Any
Yes, in India, in India we are supporting like army institutions. 3 army institutions are using DrillBit, and we have army college in Delhi. They are using DrillBit, and we support the defense colleges because we use Indian 100% is in Indian technology. The server hosted in India, so they can trust. Many institutions are already using DrillBit from the defense and army. Army Kolkata they use it DrillBit, and army Sri Petambaram they use it, Secunderabad they use it. So they are using already DrillBit in army institutions.
Perfectly fine, Jena. This is like, rapid fire questions, one after the other. The one I'm answering, I'm able to see 3 more coming in, and that shows how much of, interest the session has generated and your presentation specifically has generated. This is from Rashri Otale. Rashri from Mumbai, Navi Mumbai is wanting to know whether DrillBit will support in editing our documents in various formats as per the publisher standards formats. For example, Nature format will be different from BMJ. So would it assist them also in changing as per the various formats being asked by the publishers?
No, we don't support any formats. We do only plagiarism and grammar check. Yeah, exactly. Grammar check we do. Yeah.
Maybe later on you can have an add-on, kind of a package, which can do this as a, top up to DrillBit. Maybe in the next few years, this is also for you to, take away the things from the session. Yes, yeah. So you can think about having a top up, to this. There is a question coming in: how to create a free sign-in for login. From Vishnu Prasad Mishra, how to create a free sign-in for login. I believe they have to write to us, yes, for getting a trial access, right?
Yeah, we create free trial access to that.
Fine. This is Priyanki Sinha, if I'm not wrong, Priyanki from Jaipur Institute of Management from Jaipur, who is wanting to know what if we want to check more than 300 documents. Priyanki, we can help you in getting a special pricing if you have more than 300 documents that you would like to check. DELNET, if you want to come through DELNET, we can definitely get you a good pricing from Balani Infotech. Balani Sab is here, and we will be more than happy, to assist you in doing that. So the introductory is because 300 documents, that's because a large number of institutions who really have a kind of a decent number of the students, and then you want to do. But yes, if you want to go for more, we can definitely can come back to you with a special pricing. And now this is from Dr. Bharata Lakshmi Devi Kate, who says already we are using DrillBit as DELNET members. Shall we get any? I think it's not complete, but I think she may be wanting. Maybe perhaps Dr. Lakshmi, you may think about as you are currently a customer, you may think about looking into it from the next subscription, and we'll be happy to also at the same time look into that. Yeah. Is there a markable difference in the Turnitin software and DrillBit software? This is from Anam Fatima. Would you like to say something? And I think this may be a question which many of our attendees may ponder about, that what is a marked difference between the Turnitin and the DrillBit? Pricing, definitely. They're also able to get a glimpse of many multilingual thing, and also some of the very unique way even of showing the duplicacy factor. But we would like to hear from you, Jayana, about it.
Yeah, regarding comparison, as I said, we compared thousands of documents with other softwares, and we get a minimum 90-95% accuracy in terms. In some cases, maybe because of some setting variations, when they should do proper settings in both the software. Sometimes because of variations in the settings like frequency of words, they should set in both software 5 words or 14 words, and then exclude references, bibliography. So based on the settings, the results will vary. So users should be careful when they are doing comparison. So they should do proper settings in both the software and see the results. Otherwise, as per our analysis and comparison, minimum 90-95% accuracies. And our always renewal rate is more than 85%. Our retention rate is customer retention rate is more than 85%.
Great. We'll make it 100%. Don't worry. It will, it's more than 100% will see it, that getting you more, it's not just simply having the same subscriptions. Will ensure that you get much more, 200% increase in the your subscription subscribers also at the same time. We can assure you, we at DELNET, and Balani Saab is there, so we'll make it sure that it reaches out to the libraries, not only in India, but also to start off with the SAARC countries. One question coming in from, again, a very long time associate, Mr. Hemant Khare from Indian Institute of Public Administration Library, saying that which all file formats does it support? A doc format, HTML, PDF, it's any, or what is the thing? So Jaina, please comment.
Yeah, we support like PDF, docs, HTML, PPT, ODT, text file, and Excel file we support.
Great, great. Thank you. This is a question that I may like to, Jaina, reply from Gagan Sharma, who says, Madam, if you are subscribing, we want to subscribe plagiarism software for from DELNET. What all formalities we need to see? Gagan, if you have opted for yes, that yes, you would like to get a proposal from DELNET, make it sure that by Monday, if not tomorrow, on Monday, definitely you will be getting a proposal from us. And we are more proactive, and even a whisper from you would matter a lot to us. So you are most welcome to drop us an email to us, or we would be definitely be writing back to you, and we will send it across to you, and we'll make it sure that you become the subscriber of DrillBit and explores, this entire wonderful tool. Does this also support medical literature? This question is coming from Archana Kore. Does it also support medical literature for the medical fraternity? Do we have a good coverage of medical literature? Yes, to you, Jen.
Yes, yeah, we do have a good content coverage from the medical, because RGHS in Karnataka, they use DrillBit. Dr. NTR in the university, they are using DrillBit since 2 years. So we have 10 to 15 institutions from the medical background, they're using DrillBit.
Perfectly. And are there any restrictions about the number of pages being asked again by Dr. Deshpande per file? Are there any restrictions, number of pages or number of words, word count or something?
There is no limit on the words count. The limitation up to 400 pages. Each document in the 300 package, each document can be up to 400 pages. 400 pages.
Perfectly fine. This is a question coming in from Bhavendra Singh from iBusiness Institute, Greater Noida, wanting to know what is a kind of an accuracy when we talk about covering various different languages. What is the accuracy rate when we talk about across the various languages? What is the accuracy that you can think about?
Yeah, when we talk about languages, most of the content which is available in the internet or in the repositories, all in the PDF and scanned documents which are non-readable. If it is a different languages, then we need to use OCR concept. So that is where we have given the repository option, where institutions can upload their documents which is in the OCR. If the document is the content which is published in the OCR format, we will detect 100% accuracy. If any content which is in the scanned documents or PDF, that will not be in the OCR or non-Unicode. We say non-Unicode content. So those there is a difference in the accuracy, but we have a repository where they can upload in a Unicode format and check the against the documents.
Thank you very much, Ella.
And we help institutions to convert the non-Unicode document to Unicode in OCR format. So institutions can request us for the conversions as well. If they're looking for, like if they're storing any documents 5-10 years in the PDF or a scanned documents, we will help them to convert it to OCR and create a repository for them in different languages.
Do you charge additionally for this?
It depends. If the volume is less, we do it free. If it is volume is higher, then we may look into it.
What do we really mean by less? How much less? How much less?
Like if it is up to 100, 200 documents, we can do it free of cost. If it is more than 1,000, 10,000.
Great philanthropist. It's not only an startup-preneur, but a great philanthropist also, because if you're able to do it for 200 documents, well appreciated. Well appreciated. That's really makes the things, to work, and we are very, it's much praiseworthy. It's really wonderful to see. This is also the philosophy of, helping out, and that, yes, you to the core, you are wanting to help out. So greatly acknowledged. Great. This is from Ankit Kumar, who is wanting to know, my question is that if I'm checking my documents, then what is a guarantee that, that the document is not getting saved in DrillBit repository, because as a researcher, it is very ethical, for them to know. And also that's the reason, as in fact, being one of our speaker has said that the researchers, scholars, they want to do it themselves rather than letting someone else to do that checking. So, and this is, I believe, must be Ankit Kumar, must be a scholar or a researcher in some of our institution. So he's wanting to know that what is the, guarantee that that particular repository will not be saved in DrillBit. You had shown it, but would you like to say something more to it?
Yeah, as I said, the documents which are submitted to the DrillBit will not be saved in the database of DrillBit. It is not, there is no autosave concept. This is a big question when we started our development, that the document should not be saved in the repository. So that is how we ensured that there is no autosave concept in the DrillBit. The documents are which are submitted, it will be in the temporary memory, and then the users can delete it whenever they check it. If they want to delete, they can delete it, and it will be deleted permanently. So the document will not be saved anywhere. In case by mistakenly or accidentally save it, the admin user of the institution can remove it. No need to come back to the DrillBit for removing it. Within a minute, they can remove it from the DrillBit database as well. So there is no panic or any issues in deleting the files from the repositories.
Perfectly fine. Thank you very much, Jana. Yet another question. This is from Dr. Sangeeta Dhandure, the librarian at Modern College of Arts and Science at Pune, and she's wanting to know that if all files temporarily saved and then deleted automatically, then how we can get report of how many documents will be scanned for NAC purpose or for future access?
The reporting structure is different and documents are different. The documents will be deleted, but number of documents which are checked, that is a reporting. That is comes from the database, that will be stored. The statistics are stored, not the document. So they can get always the reports from the admin dashboard.
Perfectly fine. The repeat question coming in from Hemant Khare from IAPA and saying that how well the software protect our author's privacy. So privacy aspects, so how far that can be safeguarded.
Yes, we are providing access based on the user ID and password. We used a 250-bit encryption method to safeguard the user's authenticity and the privacy. So users always, they can change the password whenever we send the auto-generated passwords. The users can change the password and they can secure it.
Question coming in from Sapna Dave. I'm not giving you any breathing space at all. I think our attendees are all professional colleagues. No breathing space for Jenna, and you are the ones who have inspired them so much that one after the other they are just flooding this chat box screen with the questions, which we truly appreciate. Sapna Dave is wanting to know, can I individually check my work before I submit to the university?
Yes, individual users also can check the documents to know that confidence level of their document. Definitely they can check before submitting it to the university.
Great. This is Dr. B.R. Doraswamy Naik from JNTU, one of a very esteemed member institution, and with whom we also have a very long time association. They do have JNTU Kakinada, which is also esteemed member institution of DELNET. They have 260 plus affiliated engineering, pharmacy, MBA colleges. And yes, he has expressed that we may like to take it up with the JNTU Kakinada Vice Chancellor, that if we can have something. Definitely, Dr. Doraswamy Naik will be more than happy to take it up. Thank you for the suggestion. And yes, DELNET would, once we are also collaborating with Balani Infotech and DrillBit, we would like to also see that can, to approach some of the leading universities, those who further have got affiliated colleges, apart from our own member institutions, if we can have, a good number of, this is like benefiting everyone. So now this is Simple Grover, again, a long time professional colleague who has been here in India, in Gurgaon, in Scottish High School, and now has moved to Dubai, and she is now as a head librarian at Dubai International Academy. She is there with us, and she would like to know the global presence of DrillBit. Jenna, you may like to comment on this.
Yes. Yeah, as I said, now we are establishing the channel partners in the global market. We got order from Nigeria, Philippines, Colombia, Malaysia. So now we are establishing it to the even Middle East and other countries. So yes, we're looking for it in the future.
And we would also like to add that DELNET is definitely doing it for the SAARC countries. For SAARC countries, you can always do, and we really look forward, because even for DELNET membership also, we are receiving a large number of good inquiries from UAE and other places. So we will be really happy to see. So beyond SAARC also, in the days to come, we may like to explore that. But yes, Simple, you can always get in touch with us, and it's a pleasure that you have joined us today, and we'll be really happy to ensure that you have an access to DrillBit and you can be a subscriber of DrillBit. So thank you very much. This is from Shashi Khan Jatwa, who is wanting to know, can we delete the paper which are submitted in repository? And question number 2, can we submit students' paper in bulk and compare one paper with another paper? But you have shown it, but you may like to say it again.
Yes, they are inquiring about comparison of documents. Yes, they can save it to the students' document to the repository and compare each of the students. So that option is available, and later they can delete also from the repository after comparison.
Sarita Waghate, I would like to reply to your question. You are wanting to go only for 100 documents, Sarita. We would like to say that the least is 300 documents as the least, because as you can well understand that there is a full-fledged application. It's a full-fledged software which is being there. So for 100, we really wish that you will have many more students and more research work which gets generated from your institution, wherein you feel like coming forward and to go for the least to start of this 300 document submission. So there are no plans even. It's not, because one can see, as you can well appreciate, that this is a startup effort. This is we have very young enterprising team who is doing that, and we must really also support them in this and one has to also see the sustainability of the things is a very, very important thing. And that's the reason this is after great deliberations that we have been able to. And for that, we must really, DELNET would like to thank DrillBit and also would like to thank Balani Saab for, making it possible for us to collaborate on this. But this is the initial, the very starting point from where we can think about that is for 300 documents for 48,000 inclusive of GST. Chitra S, what about DELNET non-members? Chitra, we request you to join DELNET also as a member, because you will get benefits, and then you will get double benefits once you join as a member and then can go and subscribe. But definitely, Balani Saab, I think you may like to say something, because BIPL has for a larger base, for a larger number of documents, the pricing would definitely go higher than 48,000. Balani Saab, would you like to say something on this? I just request you to unmute yourself. Balani sir, could you please unmute yourself? I sent you a request for unmuting.
So yes, institutions are free to subscribe to any number of documents more than 300. So we have, after 300, we have 500 documents, 1,000, 2,000, and there can be a special. So somebody says we want 100,000 documents. We can create a code for that. And we have such requests from different universities where we have already submitted codes for more than 100,000 submissions. So yes, we are open to that. So please do email us your requirements, and accordingly we will create a code. And it can, or if a university has multiple branches, we can even create a consortium code for the benefit of the university. So that is possible. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Balani sir. But it's not 100, it is 100,000, So would like to say, not to stop at 100, it's in 100,000. Yeah. I also thought for a while, then Balani sir, what happened? It's like a 300 to start off, is it? And then I again listened it back to you, it's 100,000, So that's precisely, what. So the starting is for 300 documents. But if you want to, go for more, definitely, we are always there to help you out in that. Then there is a question. There is a question coming in. If your information is only for 5 lakh books and someone copy from another book which is not available, then how to check? This is from Usha Rani Mata. This is Usha. It is a global issue, because the content which is not available in the soft as a digital one, and then you are referring to, it happens, you're referring to a very old material, let's say of 1912. The book is not being, it's just being there as a physical title. No one has digitized it. It has no version, digital version. How you are going to do that? So she is wanting to get your views on that, Jenna, that how do you it's something I think you would be the best one to say something on this.
Yes, actually we had a similar kind of questions related to the hard copy of the books or physical books, how to manage it. For that reason, we have created a repository concept where they can make it a digital and upload it to the repository, so that we can compare against those books which are not available online. So if it is not in the online, definitely any software will not be able to detect it. So, but yeah, DrillBit is providing the unlimited storage. They can store up to 1 GB, 10 GB, or 1 TB data. So it is freely available. They can upload their physical documents into the software and compare against those.
Great, great. Now this is, it seems that we are through with the questions being posted in the chat box, and now would just like to ask if anyone else, before we are 10 minutes to 5 now, and would just like to ask you if you have any more question. Let me just tell it to you that you will be provided with our email IDs, because in yet another, precisely in another 40 minutes, sharp at 5:30, you would be receiving the certificates of your participation, very active, engaging participation. And this is what we always admire in our attendees. It's not just simply attending it, you are making your presence felt with such a very engaging, meaningful discussions, and always, and this is what we always appreciate and admire in these online interactions. And for that, each one of you really deserves much of our praise, because always when you ask a question, it's not only for your own self. The same question maybe also would be the answer to many of the unasked questions by many of our others. So thank you very much for being. This is a Swaguna Datta. We are just trying to see if we can get in contact, because she has raised her hand. I think she was just trying to see how it works, because the moment I said, she lowered the hand. So great. It has been truly a wonderful afternoon deliberating on this wonderful platform. And we really greatly acknowledge the support of all our distinguished speakers, and firstly would like to once again convey our grateful thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. P.S. Athilji, the Vice Chancellor of Srinivas University, who was able to really take out time in being there, being a user of DrillBit for last 5 years. And he gave a very wonderful kind of a very holistic opinion he gave about this entire issue of plagiarism detection and the academic integrity, and how they are also trying to do the things being at one of the most prestigious setup, and how well satisfied, it's an over satisfied, that they are, with the DrillBit. And so we are indeed thankful to him, to Dr. Ethel, for gracing this occasion today, and also for formally launching this tie-up between DELNET and BIPL, and we remain much grateful. We are also much grateful to Dr. Suresh Jange and Mr. P.K. Upadhyay. We are not able to see them right now because they had intimated to us that they have some engagements after 4 o'clock, but we truly remain. In fact, such was the flow of the deliberations that we forgot to get these. So this is in to tell that this is for Dr. Suresh Jange, and yes, yet another memento for Mr. P.K. Upadhyay. We'll make it sure that we send it across. So this is to acknowledge their support. It has truly been, means both of them, they spoke really so well, and informing us that how they have got impacted with the use of the DrillBit. I would like to take this opportunity to firstly thank Balani Saha for giving DELNET an opportunity to collaborate on this. Thank you very much, Balani Saha. Would like to, this is for you, and for our long-time association, DELNET and BIPL, and we really feel very happy, and we feel blessed that we are able to collaboratively work on a number of products and the projects, which really holds great significance for the professionals, for the institutions at large, and we remain much grateful to you. And
thank you so
Jenna,
much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you indeed, Jenna. This is a smaller one, but I'm going to send it across to you, a bigger one, because you deserve the biggest accolades. You deserve the biggest, praise from all of us. So this would be a slightly more bigger, because your effort, your work, it is beyond any expression, because you have brought to the Indian institutions what it was required. So not much of thought process, because what we are able to see, we don't see, how much of the efforts goes. There is no expression to it. If someone says what has been the effort behind that, you cannot translate into words. You cannot translate those efforts into words. So we are able to see that, the impeccable, work, the splendid work, that has gone behind the scene. It's not overnight it has been made. It's the work of diligent efforts over the years that you have been able to do it with your entire team members. So each one of you deserves special, appreciation for this. And we assure you, both DELNET as well as on behalf of Balani sir, would like to say that we will make sure that it reaches out, because product has been made. We have to see, and also the pricing that is there. You have shown us today, the kind of features. These features, everyone had thought that, can't I do like this? So as I said, you must have done an enormous, kind of a research into what is available, but still, the things which are being desired by the scholar, by researcher, by an academician, by a dean research, by an, the examination unit, that they would like to see, can't I do this? Or also from the researcher and scholar's point of view. So you have taken an entire full picture of the things, and the gap areas and everything, and have done a very marvelous work. So we compliment you, congratulate you, and great efforts, and God bless you with much of new thoughts, new energy, to infuse you with the, unlimited vision, so that you can keep on contributing it, and let the institutions remains the beneficiaries of this. And also this being sensitive about the pricing. We appreciate that. That's the reason I said you are just not in startuppreneur, you are more also in philanthropist at the same time, because you do have a concern. It is it's a philosophy of serving, and that we could also can see, like for DELNET also, the organization for past 21 years, it's the same institutional membership. We have not increased because we believe more in serving. And sustainability definitely remains, as one of the things, and that we could also can get a reflection in DrillBit. And it has been truly a wonderful opportunity for us to know more about it. Today we have made a beginning. It's a very humble beginning that we have made it today, and we really would like to congratulate you and thank you for introducing this to our Indian libraries, and also to our many of our other institutions across. So it's like serving the borderless society. So truly appreciative, wishing you the very best. And as we said, we're just started off now today. We have made a new beginning, and we can assure you from DELNET and PIPL that we will work in a sincere manner to see to it that we are able to help out our user community, our institutions, and we are able to do. And this Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, we should feel very proud of it, that we are a part of it. We are contributing to it more in a constructive manner. And we all will would work together to see to it that it reaches out to whom it has been meant for. So it has truly been a great honor and pleasure. So I would also like to thank each one of our attendees for being there, who have joined us not only from various nooks and parts of the country, but also from across the globe. We could see from the registrations, nearly 1,800 registrations that we had for this program. We really feel always much touched enough, with your continued support, of your interest, and also being very engaging. That's what the deliberations are all about. The one-sided communications doesn't last for long. So communication is always a two-sided affair. It's never a one-sided. So we always feel truly blessed enough for your very continued cooperation, support, participation in the deliberations, because you give us much of the things that we should go for, and you give us the ideas. It's an ideation. You give us ideas, you tell us what you are looking for, and yes, the solutions can be, can always be chalked out. So thank you very much for being there. We truly acknowledge the presence of each one of you in being there. Well, before we conclude, I would just quickly like to mention about the two upcoming programs of DELNET. One is on 30th of June. You would be notified through email by early next week. We are going to send it across to you, the information, because on 30th of June, as I said earlier, DELNET will be 30 years old. It's a 30 years young. That's the kind of a thing that we always, and completion of 3 decades, paying our great homage and tributes to our founder, Dr. H.K. Kaul, his relentless efforts, the extraordinary vision, which has resulted into where DELNET is standing today with 7,600 institutions. So on 30th of June, please mark your calendar. It's a day-long program wherein we are going to firstly listen to our professional colleagues from across the country, and then we are going to also have a brainstorming session on the 2 upcoming portals of DELNET. One is a vision portal, that is a video lectures, wherein we are even providing a platform to our institutions wherein the faculty members can record their video lectures online with DELNET, which can get available to all our member institutions, to their faculty, students, and researchers. And other one is our Desire portal, to do creating a cloud for a digital repository on which the institutions holds a copyright. So we are going to have a brainstorming session. We really look forward to having you back, and we will be notifying you about it. Also would like to tell you that on July 1st, so 2 consecutive days, 30th June, we'll be completing our 30 years. We have a day-long program. On 1st of July, we would be having the second Dr. H.K. Kaul's memorial lecture, which will be delivered by, which will be on the topic of enhancing user-centered services, the changing library perspectives of library professionals, which will be delivered by Mrs. Padmaja Muralidharan, the senior librarian at Nanyang Technological University from Singapore. We will be informing you with the URLs. We'll be sending you an invite copy, and we would be really happy and delighted to have you back again. So with this, Balanisa, would you like to say something in the end? Would like to request you.
Yes, very much. Thank you. After listening to the luminaries on the dais, we had virtual dais. We had the Dr. P.S. Athal, Dr. Suresh Jange, Shri P.K. Upadhyay ji, of course, Dr. Sangeeta Kaul as well, and Jayana's presentation, and the questions that we got today. I think they're very engaging and they are very encouraging. And I think that will keep us on our toes, and we are happy about that, because no product is complete at any time. I mean, we need to evolve every day. We cannot say, okay, today we have done our best and we sleep on it. No, I think we need to, kind of improve, the functionality of this product, add new features as and when demanded by the users, because users are the actual, kind of, feedback that we get, and accordingly we improve ourselves. So the whole idea is, yes, it is very encouraging. Yes, people are interested in such kind of a product, especially if it is a Make in India product, and our aim would be to make it affordable, to maintain a quality, and also after sales service, I think is very important, because these technological tools require a lot of attention. Many times, the institutions subscribe to such tools, but they need more hand holding, how to operate, how to use. Sometimes they have new users, they don't know. So we at Balani Infotech will be, kind of take an effort to guide them, to train them, and conduct workshops, so that there's no hitch in using such materials. So definitely, we are very encouraged by this webinar today, and thank you and DELNET for organizing this, and also garnering, all the seniors to come and speak on this occasion was really wonderful. So thank you so much, and I would like to thank all the participants of today's who attended this webinar. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Balanisa. Thank you, Jayana, and thank you. Thank you is a very, very small expression of how grateful we are, and for all your efforts in being there with us. And this has truly been a program that we are going to cherish, and we are going to, work on it. And our working has just started. Today we have inaugurated our, commencement. It's like about it we have done today. So we are now onto the toes, like I said, Balanisa, and we really look forward. And those of you who have said yes, that yes, you are interested in this, you can very well can expect on Monday an email coming, greeting with warm greetings to each one of you. And we really look forward to taking the discussions, and also would like to request each one of you, if you have any questions, please don't make any assumptions. Just drop an email, just the way that you have shown us, and have been showing in the programs. Be interactive. Whatever is there, just be communicative enough. Ask. And that's what is like always being required in today's day and time. We should always be the ones who should drive the technology the way that we want it, rather than being driven away. So let's the courts of humanity always be intact, and let's let conversation should always go on. So today we have really opened up a new chapter of these conversations, meaningful conversations, which have a great impact. It's a great contribution with a great sense of responsibility, determination, and commitment, that we have started off this particular initiative of reaching out to the institution for ensuring academic integrity through plagiarism detection. It's not just simply detecting it, it's more the reason why we are there is this is going to have a more far-reaching effects than what we can anticipate at this time. So it has truly been a great honor for the organizers, DELNET, Balani Infotech, and yes, DrillBit, to have each one of you with us today. And our very special thanks to all our distinguished speakers of this afternoon. And also, each one of you deserves a very special appreciation from us for being there with us and truly have made this afternoon a very, very highly engaging afternoon for us. We really look forward to having you back again, and we really look forward to continued our collaborations and interactions and conversations on DrillBit. So once again, thank you very much on behalf of DELNET, and I would also like to thank my own colleague, Mr. Kushal Goswami, for coordinating our webinars from DELNET. He deserves also my great appreciation. And this is just to quickly remind you, at 5:30 sharp, you are going to receive the certificate of participation. When you open, do remember they are being given with a great sense of appreciation. You should bring a smile on your face when you open it, that yes, we cherish, the organizers, DELNET, Balani Infotech, and DrillBit has cherished your presence today, and that's being given with a great sense of appreciation for your participation today. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Stay informed, stay happy, stay blessed, and truly a great honor and pleasure in having you. And we really look forward. The trio of DELNET, Balani Infotech, and DrillBit would like to come back again. The trio would like to come back again and have many more workshops in this series. Perhaps this is to request Balani Sahib and also to request Jana. We may think about having a series of workshops, online programs on the topic of academic integrity. Even in that balance, we can think about having the art of writing, how to write a good scholarly articles. We can involve also speakers, from the varied industries, and the ultimate, it is under the gamut of the academic integrity, under the gamut of our plagiarism detection. So we can start off our very special initiative in that, wherein definitely we would be talking about DrillBit. But yes, in addition to that, we would like to have a further related things which are related to this entire broader aspects of plagiarism issue. Yeah. So thank you very much once again, and thank you one and all. Really much grateful and really
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jana. Yeah.
Thank you.
God bless. God bless. God bless. God bless. God bless. God bless each one of you. Stay happy, stay informed, stay safe, and do stay connected. That's more important. Thank you. Thank you, Balanisa. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jana. God bless you. God bless you. Lots of blessings and wishes.
Thank you for your encouragement and support.
Yeah. It is. You deserve the best. You deserve the very best. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, one and all. God bless you all, and do stay connected, and do stay informed, and do stay and keep on coming back, for our online programs. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. God bless.